Halo, halo, jede to, bejci. To ten zápas trvá díl, než jsem čekalo dost. Funguje to. Dobrý večer.
It had to be clean. It was. No threats found in round 2 this time on the second half.
Something Devi and Jing as well. Crucial ult progress in terms of building momentum early on.
Ahoj Peters.
Drawn off default here. Unfortunately, Artson just has no playback in.
Vteřinku, ještě vypnu Discordy tady. Tak. A jedem. Trochu pozdější start. Psal jsem na Discord, že to zapnu v 8, ale že jsem dělal důležité věci, plus to ten zápas mě tolik nezajímá, jak ten druhý. Dávám storíčko.
Through the wall here, but actually commits towards elbow. He's caught by the paranoia.
Tak. Bude celkem překvapení, ale že dali mapu.
Something able to completely disconnect from this.
Oh, this is looking good for PaperX. This, I'm a bit worried for Furia here. Yeah, that's a rough look as PaperX starting to really find stability. Furia need a spark here. Not gonna happen.
Sorry, jsem na telefonu, dávám storíčko. Čau, 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 Sulic. Tak. Koukal jsi někdo na první mapu, jak to, že vyhráli Furia první mapu a pak dostali Stomp a tyko FPL se projebou, co se děje, kamo?
A steady march back. Surely we're going to see a timeout for Furia here.
You've got to argue. You've got to take a breather here. Do not let this become PaperX.
Po dlouhém rozhodování jsem naladil novou sensku. A hitl jsem, kámo, 13 tasků třeba 6 nových high scores za all time, takže velice těším na in-game testy.
Again, Coinbase win condition. There's not going to be many in terms of the purchase. There's not many in terms of the ult progress.
Tak.
Have to string something from nothing.
Už tam dávám jenom odkaz.
Already Devi 1 point away.
Už tam dávám jenom odkaz na stojíčko čete a vypínám telefony.
PaperX again showing they're just able to reset mentally.
Jsou tam jiný nástupy? To jsou nový nástupy, když to jsou playoff už. Když oni možná udělají top nástupy až na top 4 nebo top 3, top 2. Bude nastupují jako tým nejspíš, tak, storíčko done. Těch neběží, proč vyřeší kick? Jako máš sensku? Můžeš si tipnout. Můžeš si tipnout, kamo. Tak dávám ještě na kick tipnutou zprávu, aby se mi lidi neptali. 0-2, ano, prostě God tier senska, no. Prostě God tier senska. Volně se ho trochu ruka, hrál jsem iMlaby a deathmatch tak hodinku, ale skorečka generation. Jako Pepis.
Yeah, it looks like PaperX have got things in line now, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, back to business. So we got to see what this timeout was for in just that moment prior.
Again, if you look at what's behind this, already Forsaken up to 6k. Something
má ten, ne? Má crowd spoil.
This early on. But it does for PaperX because they're knocking on the door of double digits. They'll have their ults on the horizon here.
Nemají crowd spoil.
chance to snatch away some of these crucial rounds.
0-1-7-5, ty si hráš ještě menší, kámo. To je crazy. Squeezy, kámo, umíš číst! Do píči, to je rage bait, kámo, hned na začátku streamu. Čau, Lidax. Vykřičníky, napiš do chatu, Squeezy, ty mentol!
Still keep your head up because those 6 rounds that Furia got in that first half were
Nejme si 16 DPI, ne? 800
800
DPI. 16 DPI hrajou 0-1. To je prostě jako god senska.
This is a huge win condition for them in their minds.
Absolutely.
It's got to work now.
To je ležit god senska.
Slip into a deeper spot. Will TP away.
They know about it now.
But again, the TP over to the other side. PLAYOFF don't slow it down. They might just walk onto an early angle here because Koalanoob's
Mě z tohohle jebe ruka?
stacked up alongside Artsy.
To chápu. A nevím, kdo tam hrajou týpci, aby je nebyla ruka z toho. Nesmíš asi hrát v křeči. A kde tě byla ruka? And he holds his nerve this time. Gives away the game though. They're doing really well at identifying where he is. And now look at it. Surgical in a Kde je mosu? Máš dohrát tuhle tím mastodonti.
Behind them, Nerve's done great damage as well. So we're down to a 4v4. This is not comfortable yet for PAYOFF.
No, the pit will give some sort of space to move out, but PAYOFF shifting their focus back towards mid.
Marteen hraje ještě menší, ale ještě ti zkoušel včera, no. Celý před loktí. Mě z toho bylo rameno, teď mě bolí, kámo.
He's got to be so cautious here. You don't want to be too passive, too aggressive, and then something swings him. Artin then tries to
Chápu, ale by the way, jakoby ten movement s tou rukou je furt stejný, actually. Já jsem zkoušel předtím. Kdysi.
PAYOFF took pause for thought, worked the map, and reapproached. Alem, a 1v3. This would be 10 for PAYOFF. All those close rounds, that map 1 starts feeling like a lifetime away.
Když Sayonara bouchnul jakoby a byl to několikátý člověk, co hraje i Kajak, že jo, a i Diamond 1, hraje tu Diamond 1. A Envy nehraje, ten hraje actually, víš. Jsem ji zkoušel, byl jsem úplně lost, ale pak jsem hodně hrál Aimtrenery za poslední rok. Trochu jsem mi změnil grip in-game a actually jsem je měl úplně stejně. Akorát větší movement. Volní ruka. 0-2-16 DPI je god senska? Ne. To je zbytečně high senska. To už skoro nikdo nehraje. 0-4-8 DPI. Vždycky se furt snižujou, kámo. Až na apak. Kapepsík. M8 hraju, jak tohle to dohraje, kámo, ne v 10 nebo v 11, ale jakmile dohraje. Já, kámo, vždycky jsem zapomněl, že jsem si vybral tuhleto, kámo, já jsem prostě jako vrchní informátor, kámo. Máš rukou nic, tam si ortésku, kámo, mě bolí. Čovados. Už jsem si jej masíroval, kurva, stejně furt bolí. Forsaken hraje proval, už stál ban na proscéně. To není ten stejný Forsaken, kamo. Bylo nějaký video na tuhle ten den? Mělo by být, ne? Nějaký intro video. Nemám zranění, ale kamo, nerad bych měl zranění. Potichu to je nějaký najednou. To dáme. No, to je ortéska. S tím spím už rok a půl. Dlouho už tím spím. Booster s tím spí, kámo, od začátku Valorantu a spoustu masterodů se hodně spí taky. Vamos.
it's the difference in what Fury is still trying their best. I mean, they've had a bit of a quiet time on this half, obviously, yet to even get around. But it's the difference in PaperX, the composure being tested. And they're passing that test every single time. It feels like
colors.
Yeah, it is not just the Jing show or Forsaken or someone or something, should I say, actually doing those sort of miracle plays. I'd say Devi's probably been the strongest for me as a backbone player, but it's been a united front from PaperX. They're on the same page. They course corrected. They got pissed off in map 2 and they came back swinging.
Teďko ty playoff se hrajou každý den, ne? Normálně, a mezera tam bude třeba i za několik dní, jako to bude na nás servo.
Operator in hand once more for Koala. PaperX slowing down.
PaperX to už oklepou. Ale halus, že Haven prohráli jejich vlastní pick. To Daniel.
I come back to the same thing. It's just asking so much when there's so little margin for error now.
A zajímavé, hrušky mě před loktí nebolí vůbec. Mě bolilo jenom rameno a teďka mě bolí zápěstí, ale zajímavý. Jako Urza CZ.
Jing to be posted here with the paranoia. Up towards ramp. Caught there.
Jen byl Furia pick. Tak to mají špatně na Valorant tím pádem. Na Valorant píšu, že to byl PaperX.
If they feel untouchable, everything's going right for them. The sights are already open. Now they know it for sure. It's Koala Noob's curiosity doesn't matter.
Dávaj je Godus. Podtácek je Godus. Dávaj je insane.
PaperX stepping the hell up today.
Tomu je kolik? 26, 27?
Break the hearts of Furia here, who came out swinging in this series. And the string of rounds just hard to ignore now.
Free Fire mu dá prostě. Jako almost, kámo, on je ve flow stateu.
To put PaperX on series point now. Be a buy, but it's broken. There's gaps across the board here for Furia.
Viděl jsem nějaký predikce a tak dále a actually lidi dávají velký šance těm nonkšem, no. Ten Dumby, kámo, by měl být podle statistik a všeho nejlepší neonka na světě, ale. Zvědavej, kámo. On tohle hraje jak Shakus, akorát s Vandalem, no.
Fury on the right side of the map, right time.
Maybe seen him though. 100%, yeah.
So low, 5 HP. You make something work with that. You need Devi or something maybe in unison. Again, Fury simply just have so many numbers now.
Maybe to stabilize initially here after this first wave, first barrage.
We keep working, keep playing.
The net, and he does. He finds nerve.
Stop it, Devi. Stop it. He's seen more. Down to 16 though. That's a lot of damage done. You need
bodů, 95 bodů mám.
Maybe not go down to envy here. Okay, wait, we're in a 2v3 and look at something. Look at something. Oh,
what?
No. Oh no.
Not like this.
Tak GG asi.
This was never meant to be the way this happens. Something.
On jde s nožem. Nejde. On nestihl ten EU. Mu dá hlavu. Ultina má 1 HP oba. Flash. Mřvou. Spoil. Tak to měl vyhrát actually. Tak. A jdeme na naše chlapy, chat. Jdeme na naše chlapy, pomalu, ale jistě.
Just insane. Envy tag solo challenges the op, finds the kill, and it's the first domino to fall.
Pickem z minus? Proč minus? Ty si dáš, že vyhrajou Furia nad PaperX, jebe ti? Asi ne. Jako sense.
You can't even really call it resilience, it's just them operating at a level that so few other teams are happy to do. And let's not take anything away from Furia today. No, stepping onto this stage, Smiles on their faces as well. Happy to go here, get down and dirty with PaperX. And put up a bloody good fight.
They did. They should have their heads held high after that one. Probably one of the hardest form opponents to walk into, and they pushed them. They ran out of steam. It is what it is.
Jako Dexter.
Capability and validity built through years.
Jako Payblito. Banger večera, jako Dumby, kámo. Je děsivej, bake. Prostě milej, že tam za nima ta jedna slečna.
And probably the toughest chance yet.
Absolutely. I mean, the first time they've really shown their humor.
První v Americe vidět týmu v Pacifiku. Aleš by se měl dívat, vlastně Aleš má přítelkyni už. Kurva. Chtěl tu myslím tě říct, že to je motivace pro Aleška. Jo, on hraje jak Šakus, akorát ne s brokovnicí tolik, no.
I didn't think they would pick us, so I was kind of surprised that they picked us, but yeah, I think it was a good matchup and...
Koho si chceš piknout, kámo, když jsi first seed? Všichni ty second seedy? Ty z toho loveru, z těch grupů, co postoupili, jsou všechno, kámo, insane týmy, no, to je prostě... Koho si chceš piknout, jako?
I think on Haven we were playing too individually and we didn't really have teamwork, so we figured out that we just had to play more as a team and...
PaperX hráli až moc individual a neměli teamwork. Já taky jsem neříkal, že jdeme po Foriano, Pablo. Jsem actually impressed.
Playing with the race as always. You're also flexing some other agents.
Actually
First,
impressed,
how
bro.
are you feeling inside that role? And second, do you think you are the best race now in the server?
Wait, sorry, can you repeat the question?
Huh?
Can you repeat the question?
Oh, sorry. So I asked, how are you feeling in this role where you're playing as a duelist but also flexing other agents? And do you think actually you're the best race in the server or not?
Je nejlepší rejska, ne?
Best race because I played it the most and
Ne, asi kámo, nikdo nehraje tolik race.
on other agents, I just play what my team needs and yeah, I'm really happy that we managed to win today.
Definitivamente hablando de los agentes, la race él sí cree que es la mejor race del servidor porque la ha estado jugando, es la persona que más ha jugado la race y en términos de flexear lo que son los agentes también él simplemente juega lo que su equipo necesita y que fue un juego increíble. Now for my last question, you needed to wait for that second match. I remember Forsaken saying that it was a bit annoying playing against NRG. Would you rather play again with them or also against BBL?
I think I would like to play against
them because
we have already played against NRG, so I want to play against as many different teams as possible.
That would be really fun. Y bueno, ahora
To je fotka, kámo.
le estuve preguntando si es que prefiere jugar contra NRG o contra Videa. Él dijo que prefiere jugar efectivamente contra Videa solamente para ver cómo se sienten también.
Už vidím ty nalevo, co dělají.
Pues esto es todo lo que tengo por la entrevista. Jen, thank you very much for this interview. You're free to go because we need to wait because we're gonna have the second match of playoffs. We have Nongshim against Gentlemates. Stay here.
Staying here. Kde PaperX IGL? Device. Jo. Good Smile Company. To jsou ty postavičky. Pop-up postavičky. Docela cool, kamo. Když to M8 dají, to je jasný. Že jsem byl teďko se projít tady po obchodáku v Plzni a šel jsem kámo kolem I wantu a normálně tam na mě čuměl Benji, vole, Kankan a takhle normálně tam běží Bannery, vole, panely, jakože reklama na tu Super Strike 2 Logitech. A jsou tam použitý Valorant hráči normálně, když tady vidím teďka, vole, reklamy. No má na mě v obchodáku čuměl Benji. A Ivon jsou nějak spojený ze Smarty, tak Smarty na to má reklamu, vole. Come on! A v Polsku normálně mývají celý bannery na Valorant, jsem tak viděl nějaký fotky. Ne pozadu. Jak se hraje? Na chvilku. Moje nástup.
Přichází limitovaná nabídka od O2, jakou jste ještě neviděli. Ulovte si svých 10 GB dat a 100 minut volání jen za 249 korun. Více na O2.cz.
Kuchyně je víc než jen místo na vaření. Je to srdce vašeho domova.
Já nestreamuju reklamy, vole.
IKEA. Kvalita z...
Že nebudu pouštět reklamy mid ten turnaj. Jako Baxič. Jenom stanu adblock, nebo třeba si nechci kupovat píčo, to premium, nebo co to je, vole. Názor na to, že nejsou v Masters. A neadaptovali se nejlépe na tu metu a bylo to close za druhý. A za třetí ta meta je prostě pro ně, vole, nepříjemná. Meta je heavy ostřílení prostě. A oni mají firepowerově teďko jednu z nejslabších soupisek podle mě. No nevím. No. Jako nikdo. Možná myšku testovat, uvidím. Mně moc nesedí ten shape. Super lightkovej. Mám radši tu lamzu. Nongshim! Signature moment, ukaž. Evet, serví hoste čest. To znamená, že Gentlemans budou hrát eSport World Cup?
Welcome back to day 6 of Masters Santiago. Playoffs is already delivering with a 3-map banger that you just watched, and now it's time for the second match of playoffs. Nongshim Red Force, the #1 seed out of Pacific, plays Gentle Mates, who they selected as the first pick in playoffs. They had the first choice of anybody. Sancho here on the desk with Mimi and Wyatt to talk about these two teams, this match coming up. Tell me the story.
Rád bych šel hrát po Masters a...
This is a team that has been together grinding for a long time. They first ascend going into the 2025 season, play through that. They're solid, but they don't make it to champions, have to run the gauntlet back.
Nongshim jsou tým, co ascendnul? Je tier 2 tým původně?
To make one roster move at the end of that year and come out to be undefeated.
Jediný, co změnili jeden hráč, ok, to je cool, kamo.
I'm just stealing your point that you said in the break that I didn't know, which is that Francis...
To je jak BBL, no. Já to neudělal žádnou změnu.
Crazy run.
It's unbelievable. They were the first team ever to make the Premier 2 VCT.
Pavlo, to jsou ty, no.
The first time around. I mean, there's a chance that they clash at some point against BBL, who also made the same journey. The path to bro, it's real. It worked.
It does. Literally, that core 3 you're talking about, they've played every recorded professional match together. This team has been grinding for a while, but they really leveled up this year. And the man leading that charge...
Kámo, to bude disgusting ten zápas. Tenhle týpek má nejlepší staty ze všech novnek na světě, no.
Yeah, the movement insane, the ability to be able to...
Takže je zajímavý, že oni nehrajou, kámo, Veiley Yoru, oni hrajou Neon Yoru, no. Kámo.
Also insane. the best Neon here, perhaps, if not arguably, I don't know, top 2. Who are you looking at? Danby, Mada?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Mada Neon není lepší, kámo.
Minny I think was playing pretty well early.
Minny kámo,
actually.
Kind of a crash and burn situation. I mean, you know.
Highs but low lows. Maybe some vengeance today against Domby, but what impressed me about him is where he's playing this very sacrificial dive role, where a lot of teams, your attention goes to the Yoru, that second entry, who's sweeping up off of the space that their dive player creates. Domby is the star for this team. He's very selective as compared to maybe how he used to be when he was a younger player, of when he actually continues fighting, when he gets in your face. He's very good at finding the right time to slow down. And because of that, he's getting more picks himself than pretty much anyone else who's playing that dive roll, Josh.
No, look, listen. Your eyes, they do not deceive you. He's back. He's back on the global stage after...
Tenhle týpek nehraje kamikazi? No, oni hrajou prostě systematicky, kámo. Neviděl jsem všechny mapy, ale ty mapy, co jsem viděl, tak oni prostě hrajou na inserty, to znamená, že oni dávají toho Francise furt někam, aby hledal entry, no. Hrajou trošku víc layers, není to tak přímočarý, ono nejde hrát tolik přímočaře tu tier 1 scénu, možná ty Liquid na Perlu, a taky se na to adaptovali Gentlemates, jakoby nemůžeš jenom tak rushovat. Takže oni prostě vezmou nějaký space, nechají tam Yoru a co si hodí port naspátek, ten se pak bude plazit a ten Domby si jde ho psat někam, no zase.
For the region, and he got sent down, like you said. That time in China was rough, not making any international, not even doing particularly well regionally, but a second chance given.
MADMONQ dával jsem si.
And he's taking it by storm.
He also played amazingly towards the end of kickoff too, so certainly a player to keep your eyes on. Another player to pay attention to though is the Yoru guy.
Já to mám na sezónky doma, já si třeba, nevím kámo, 3 měsíce papám MADMONQy daily. Potom si dám měsíc, 2 off, a zase papám.
Jen with Francis of Nongshim, now Francis. You guys have 4 teams to pick from. Why Gentlemates?
They are good, but they are not on my level.
Co nejsou?
Thank you for an honest answer and good luck today.
Já mu nerozuměl. Řekl anglicky nebo řekl něco tam to? To ona se směje tomu, že ona mu rozumí.
Francis saying there that Gentlemates, they're good, but they are not on my level.
I'm a big
fan of Nongshim. Yeah? They're a solid team. I like how they play. I love the neon stuff. I'm big on this team.
I wouldn't have been able to tell, Josh. What is the get up?
What is the what now?
You're looking like a little cute.
You've got a little bit of hair, Josh.
Hair? No, it's fur. It's fur. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Ten nemá žádný, vole, vlasy.
I'm actually a fan of this team. I think they're playing fantastically. Get out of here. Nongshim, though, they had the first pick in the draw, so they got to pick Gentlemates out of anybody. So why did they go for Gentlemates?
Vypo má oranžovou artisanku. Nevím, co má glyf. Minny má nějaký oranžovou artisanku. Hraje malou sensku, no. Marteen, se podíváš na ten hand movement na kameře.
Team Liquid, who ultimately felt not particularly dynamic in that game. So maybe you're looking at Gentlemates like, okay, they had a bit of an easier path than the other team.
I know you're saying that's what they might.
Ne, nevím, od kdy má na tom streamu daný, že 0.39.
Fantastic, but I genuinely think whatever team would have gotten the first pick probably would have picked them, and it's not a diss. Like it's just.
Je Type 99 to modrý? Já myslím, že Type 99 je jenom zelená.
They are the least tested given the competition they had to play against. However, to their credit, they did absolutely dismantle on the second map of both these.
My tady flušeme na Fnatic celou dobu, ale jsou jeden ze 2 týmů jediný, který dali Gentlemates mapu.
Great to counter that out. The attack side calling has looked competent from Starkso at the lead of this team. All the players that were performing domestically have kept it up here. This is a mates that have looked as good as they did in EMEA, but we still don't know their ceiling given the slightly easier matchups in Swiss.
Yeah, I've kind of felt like every mates map we've watched so far, we've seen a different aspect of what makes them really good. Okay. Like we got that.
Všichni hrajou artisanku, čum. Na Marteen hraje Saturn Pro, ne? Co to je za logo? Ne, to je Pulsar? To je Pulsar, sorry. A na 4 hrajou artisanku.
So I feel like there's still potential for many things to click at once where they could dominate a game. But I think that they've displayed across the board competent play from basically everyone up to this point.
Well, you mentioned Glyph, and he was talking to us recently about Genomate's extremely loyal fan base in this HyperX.
82 kg na nový rekord. Jako tuhle ten zápas je possible. Nechápu, že ho nebolí ruka, kámo, z toho hraní. No, kdo ví, možná bolí, vole.
And I think it gives a good boost in your pride and ego in a sense. It's very fun. But again, making internationals and seeing the fans, seeing the different places and environments is incredible and a different experience in itself.
Gliss hraje nějakou větší stensku, kámo, podle toho, jak se mu to tam mrská.
Speaking just directly to the Genomates fans, keep on believing. You know, this team isn't at their peak yet. I don't think we're even close to it. There's still so much more that we can improve, that we can be greater on. And there's much better performances that we can show you guys. And so just keep on believing and
W mindset.
Best to show you the best versions of ourselves.
W mindset.
Hearing the way Glyph is taking this Genomates fan base to heart and the success he's had on so early with this roster is so impressive, given that not 4 months ago he was still playing with a collegiate team. Spent so long in NA Tier 2 grinding through that system to not really achieve the heights he would have wanted, only to get this opportunity across the pond and become a breakout success.
To povedal, že můžou hrát ještě líp, že ještě to, že tam jsou věci, které můžou vylepšit.
4 months after having to take classes to be allowed to play Valorant still.
I don't mean it as a diss to Winthrop University, but I don't think they have the same level of fan base as Genomates.
Not quite.
Whoa, Josh.
Might be
You're
too
not
harsh,
ingrained in the Tier 2 scene like that.
Might be too harsh, possibly.
This guy doesn't know about college football in America. Valorant's probably the same.
Let's find out where these teams are headed, though. Let's go over to the map picks and bans to see where the playground is going to be between Nongshim and Genomates.
Hey everybody, we're going to begin map selection. NS.
Zase to dělají, kamo, kde se neuslyší, oni se neuslyší, čum.
So are you team A or team B? Shit. B. Team B, okay. M8 is team A. M8, what's your first band?
Band Breeze.
Band Breeze. NS, what's your band?
Band Pearl.
Band Pearl.
Sampon.
Okay, M8, what's your first pick?
Pick Haven.
Pick Haven.
Haven? Nongshim mají dobré Haven jako kokot. To je anti, no.
Defense.
Yeah. Okay. Defense. NS, what's your map 2 pick? Corrode.
Kurva.
Corrode.
Kurva, jak to, že jsme se dostali na Corode? Kurva, Corode, ne.
Okay, M8, what's your next band?
Půjdeme na 3 mapy, no asi. Půjdeme na 3 mapy. Já jsem odreviewoval jsem i Haven, i Corode, Nongshim a mají oboje mapy insane.
Okay, NS, what's your band?
Oni si banli
Band Abyss. Last map is Bind. M8, what is your so I don't bind?
Start attack.
Attack. Okay, so as a recap, we have map
Není dobrý veto pro mates. Není dobrý veto pro mates, či?
Map 3 is Bind with M8 on attack. Good luck, everybody.
Proč si nevěříte s tím splitem?
I think we're set up for a sick game off that map pick ban. There's some serious overlap in the pools from these two teams. They both love Bind and Haven.
Ten Haven musí urvat, no. I Corode, kámo, jsme viděli kolikrát. Corode jsme viděli 2krát a 2krát lose. Ne asi. Co říká ten týpek, je pravda.
But it is interesting to see how their comp will play out. It's rare that Nongshim has to play against Cypher in Pacific. A lot of it is played for mates, and I want to see what they can do on defense here on Haven. There'll be more problems on that defense side, though. Marteen, Josh, has been an absolute beast, especially when he has that scope in his hands.
Absolute beast! A třeba navařili skoro. Marteen, rozhovor?
Jen here with Marteen of Gentlemates next to me now. Good day, Marteen. Just wanted to quickly ask you, where is your confidence level at facing Nongshim, and could you compare the two Yorus between you and Francis?
I would say the confidence is still high. It never changes no matter the team. The sky is the limit, right? And between me and Francis, I would say it mostly on the hard entries. You know, they have Dambi, I have Bipo. I think it's about the chemistry between the duos today.
Thank you, and since the sky is the limit, let's jump our way out of the interview. Ready? 1.
No, I didn't see it.
That's unfortunate. I mean, Marteen's talking about the coordination between the duos. I think on either side, though, you have a player that can take over. And for Nongshim, they've got to be worried about Marteen because he has looked like he could be best player in the world kind of caliber right now with how he's playing.
It's interesting because I see this matchup as the best dive player at this tournament playing against the best cleanup Yoru player at this tournament. Marteen absolutely took over.
Tam čaruje s tou rukou úplně s tou senskou, kamo.
Letting Minibu take space and then him taking over the rounds. Whereas you look at Nongshim and the focus falls to Dambi and what he can do in that opposite role.
I think it's fair to say, at least in my opinion, I think that
Jak hater, to je prostě realita. Musím ti ukázat realitu, bro. Sunday boty. Jirko, oni se budou měnit. Myslím, že to funguje tak, že vždycky jedno duo komentuje jednu BO3, druhý BO3. Pavlo glizuje azijský týmy. Kámo, bacha na toho Rargu, kámo, to je novej Ježíš. 2020, kolik to bylo, Pavlo? Poprvý Rarga.
I think Dambi not only is great at building space for his team, but also is individually excellent. And to me, that's more important than just the Yoru, who very often is, you know, cleaning up kills on anti-ecos with the Outlaw, he's taking over on defense with the Op. I think
ono to bude vyrovnaný, no, Pablo, jak píšeš.
For watching the regions, I think Dambi is the best at it.
I feel like the Neon, I agree. I do think it's the hardest role in the game, but I think the Yoru can ultimately find even more impact when you're at the level that Marteen is currently playing at. The way that they have the system designed around him allows him to be able to get so many big impact first kills, which is what you're going to be relying on Dambi for. But I think that with the way they are able to use Marteen, he can do it with even more consistency than Dambi can, and that could take them over the top.
This game might just be the answer to that question, though. Is it a Dambi takeover on the Neon? Is it Marteen continuing his incredible performances he's had? Such an exciting clash for two teams that, while they play similar styles, have very different focuses.
We just saw Furia, the #1 seed of Americas, come out and played their hearts out, though they have been knocked down to the lower bracket. Now we've got an opportunity to see yet again another one of these top 1 teams. Nongshim Red Force, #1 seed from Pacific, against a team that has smashed their way through Swiss.
Jakou stranu začínají? Gentlemates? Atak nebo defense?
Santiago, vamos a hacerlo otra vez. Grita con el alma.
A tak začínají? Nevím, jak to bude vypadat. A na defendu zapomínáme chat, že hodně záleží na minim, kamo, na defendu. Pokud shutdowne Dambiho, kamo, několikrát, tak prostě confidence hotová. No nic. Come on, popiči ten crowd? Jako crowd je stejně plný jako moje noční ranked queue, ale 15 minut čekám, než najde 10 lidí sem.
Nongshim got to choose their opponents immediately and they opted straight into this fight against Marteen and his mates. But this one should be an enormous clash.
Some similarity between both these sides.
Já nevím, Pablo, doufám, že tohle není všechno, kámo.
in the history books of
A
Valorant.
top 4 bude podle mě větší ta arena.
RB are just surrounded by the talent of the future, and so far the story for Gentlemates at Santiago has been success. It hasn't been one of debuting and faltering under the pressure, but if you go back to the first seed curse, is that going to be a factor here for Nog?
Už ne tak málo lidí,
It's
kámo.
a different context though. Not one of the top teams coming
Už tak
out
málo
of
lidí.
with crazy high expectations. Instead, this Gentlemate squad making their first international in Valorant themselves with a new roster of their own. The similarities don't just end there. The style,
Proč ten z
the
právě
matchup,
členů je tak?
these teams are mirrors across regions, and only one can continue through the upper bracket.
It is crazy that if this goes all the way to 3 maps, God, teams will be suffering their first defeats on Haven and on Bind, where both of them are perfectly flawless. This first Haven game should be an absolute banger, man. This is a map that, despite Nongshim not having picked the most rounds they've lost on it to a team, 5.
Crazy.
They have won 13-5, 13-5, 13-4.
Na čem, na Havenu?
Bet, let's pick it into them.
Jo.
Crazy.
And that was against good
Kámo,
teams in Pacific.
takže jsem koukal třeba
Previous metas and the hard counter
5
in
různých
Neon
map, kámo,
was
nevíc z toho
cited
Havenu,
as
těch
Cypher.
Nongshim, ale
He got a
prostě to
huge
jsou,
nerf
kámo,
going into this
mastodonti,
year.
jak svině.
Most of the world wrote the agent off, but EMEA stuck to it, and Mates especially has played more Cypher than anyone else. So I want to see, after the changes, after the nerfs, can on defense, Mates actually shut Zombie down and make his life difficult on the entry.
This team has been so good at problem
Jako,
solving so far throughout this tournament, even when they've been tested.
takže věřím Minimu, že je z rankedu zvyklý na šaku z kokotinky a že jako shutdown toho Dambiho, no. Ale musí do jeho sajtu. Když budou do jeho sajtu, tak bohužel.
Same thing like for RB. He was always a player who we were waiting for the
Minny nehraje v bundě?
waiting to see
Nevím.
that DRX squad
Ona se ještě obleče,
actually make a run deep in the tournament. Never happened for him. Had to go down to a different region.
Je to zalovo tým, co hraje proti Mates?
With the Korean team.
He also had to watch
To je rank 1 a pak tým.
Almost lifelong team
Nejlepší tým
has had to do it with an
v
ascension
regionu.
team, and they look great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he's so different now though. The IGL of this team, the veteran, compared to all of his young teammates. Not that aggressive Neon of the earlier days.
First time that we get to really see a new core of Korean talent coming to one of these events. Not just one player surrounded by the historic guys that have been here since the beginning with DRX or whomever. No, this is a chance for the new generation to rise up. On the side of Gentlemates, as we get into Haven, though, I really wanted to call back to Minny. He played such a fantastic game.
He really did.
His debut map, he was the critical player to get the win against an EDG that I think
Nemá
was
bundu.
the best map there. They were firing on all
For sure.
cylinders.
Before Marteen got online as well.
He wasn't awake in
Ale má rušníček, má všechno ready, kámo. 7 větráků tam má. Všechno ready.
More unorthodox in the current day,
Come on,
Cypher, and I think around Stark's really lovely calling on that map. He was just able to expose so many lanes, find so many crucial kills. I think he's definitely a player to keep your eye on.
We're talking about the Cypher player there and how they might look to try to counter the Neon. I just want to touch base with both of you. How
Nějaký změny v kompech?
is currently from what we've seen so far at Santiago. Is it meta defining?
No.
I think it is. I think if Wele was the defining agent, champions in Paris,
Pičo, ten byl masivní, vole, tento
this tournament, and
breath.
Nongshim is the best example of implementing Neon into pretty much every one of their comps.
There is no debate that it is defining on Haven. It's essentially a must pick right now. For Mace, it's not all about Beepo on the Neon, though.
Jako ten Haven musí urvat, kámo.
Supplemental in the strategy, which has more emphasis on Marteen being a star.
One advantage Neon has on the defense is how much it helps your defensive macro with fast rotates. Watch Dombi and how quickly off of seeing information from any of his teammates, he's maneuvering to almost always be in the right place to get value out of his stun and defend alongside his anchors.
It's funny, I swear, every time we get into one of these Gentlemates games,
Mně se líbí, kámo, jak Liv jakoby si u toho vizualizuje tu hru a drží vždycky klávesku a myš, jak kdyby hrál Si všimneš, vidíš? On jakoby, kamo, všichni dělají to dechový cvičení, ale dělají to jako v nějaké relax pozici a on to dělá, kámo, s rukou na myši a na klávesce, vole.
Win rate for both of these teams on Haven. It should be an absolute barn burner of a match and a brilliant map to begin. Here's a killing.
Defend procent win 76 je jakoby insane. A oni mají nátlaku 70%, takže to je jedno. Ladybug.
A barn burner, a banger, whatever adjective you want to throw at it. This should be an incredible showing from
tak ukaž.
that have looked.
To jak sedí? To nehraje takhle, ne? S nožičkou přes nožičku. Zvlk z Wall Street, ty kokot.
And let's see if they're ready for it. I mean, like the desk was talking about, you've got the Cypher baked into this comp already. You've got an Astra there maybe that can help you do a little bit of delay, but overall, you're just going to have to kind of get a feel for the pace of the game and try to find ways to
tak, chat, polně jsou sajt, protože máte něco dobrýho k pití, snědku. Toto je zápas, na který jsme čekali celý den, několik dní, actually. Nongshim, top 1 a pak tým proti český bejšci. Veto dneska není tak příjemné jako jiné zápasy, ale o to zajímavější to může být. Francis, kamaráde, už tady rankedový push midu, ale Minny má ten anti, kámo. Fake A, overrotate, tureta se vypla dokonce. Zatím tohle vypadá jako full anti. Nahul zvuk. Tohle vypadá jako full anti kolo, by the way, od A až do Z. Čum na to. Čum na to. Kde je zvuk a slum se trošku. Kámo. Slipo. Začal střílet, kámo, do těch schodů. Sliny, pojď. Jsme nejlepší. Jsme nejlepší, Pablo. Clean. Clean. Ta hra je strašně potichu, že to nemůžu fixnout, bohužel. Musí oni. Ten druhý kill je strašně divný, kámo. Máš zľavou, Ondro. Máš zľavou, Ondro. Agrese C.
Oh, and instantly a headshot.
Nice shot.
Xross taken out.
You have the punish found halfway now towards that dimensional
Nice,
drift. Francis, only one
To studnul svýho! Tak to je to. Už se najeval do ksich ten stun, ne? Byl modrej. Beast. Na confidence. Na confidence, na confidence. Ekáči, pojď, sliny. Na confidence. On to chtějí nechat Marteenovi na ultinu. Oni ho nechtějí zabít, aby měl Marteen co nejdřív ultinu. Pintičky. Hraje super strike, Minny? Je to ono, že? To byl insane shot, jebeti. Zvuky ze hry přidej víc. Jeden z těch chytřejších v chatu. Já to totiž ovládám, Bejku. Já ovládám ten poměr hlasitostí, no. To není jejich studio tam v Santiagu. To jsem já. Není to super strike, nebo tam to X2? Tak co hraje za myšku, jako normální lidi tak hraje. Jo, oni strašně overrotí ty Nongshim. Ale jakože extrémně. Zase další overrotate. Ne, Minny.
Able to hold
Nice
his own for
trade.
one, but Marteen quickly shuts him down. B-side now going to be open. The plant going in. Marteen getting the dimensional drift off the back of this. So even though it's into a 4v4, this is still very good odds for mates as they look to convert the opponents, and immediately that ult gets invested.
Look at Starkso again.
The swing around the corner. Glyph, however, going to be overwhelmed. Ivy collecting that kill, tries to turn back to find the enemy Yoru, but
potichu
Marteen
oproti mně.
continues to excel.
Takhle jsem to měli předtím, kámo, vždycky nikdo se nestěžoval. Kámo, Marteen.
Can he get some more in the round?
Tam avkuje ten Omen. Kámo, ale mu to vyšlo to avkování. Ten smoke padne.
Looks for the ace. RB will deny, but cannot get the round win. The bonus conversion is found.
Bonus converted.
Well, Nongshim's going to need to call 911 here pretty soon. That is
Kámo,
absolutely
s tou jeho senskou to muselo udělat, kámo, za hand movement.
Trying to show you he is the best in the world right now. This Nongshim style be damned. And they're all over the map right
Actually,
now.
nebyl tak velký flick, jak jsem myslel.
Such a hard time keeping track of stuff, and it's the beginning of this round that's a setup for mates. They clear the KJ util so they could set up for some of those lurks in the seat. They don't even really end up needing it because they have dimensional drift, but a lot of the follow-through ideas are there.
Look at the crunch into mid. Francis left limping away, 26 health remaining. Frankly, fortunate to be able to escape.
Kdyby byl ten směňák v myšaky nepřišlo, kámo, že byl větší ten flick předtím.
Just staying slotted here within the smoke in case there's that aggressive push, but mates
Observer book.
taking it nice and easy.
Co má za skin na kukátko?
Swing out.
Je.
Nice shots from
Jejda
Exos.
strejda.
Just get put down low on HP, but is able to find the kill, but Marteen now able to go ahead and clean up the enemy Sova, and now they go pushing forward.
Dambi, šakus.
Trying across and Starzo shot.
Ale jsme vytrénovaný, kámo, jsme vytrénovaný z EU-rankedu na tuhle ty slidující neonky.
Now Beepo forward here into the smoke. The walk in.
Vypo na confidence, Vypo na confidence. Oh, na TikTok si tady dělá, na TikToku si tady dělá, vole, obsání. Jako to je jistý timeout, jinak to momentum, kámo, je přejede na té mapě. Ta hra je strašně momentum heavy right now. S těma agentama.
Sees him, hits him right before he comes through the fast lane again. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Great stuff from Beepo. Using the relay bolt to set
Co dělá? Mává, kámo?
You're absolutely correct. It will be
Je to
time for Nongshim. This is tough, man. It's a lot of trickery. It's a lot of fakes early. It's a lot of misdirection baked into this game plan for mates. And Nongshim is having a really hard time getting a read on it. And I think part of this is mates understanding that the Nongshim coaching staff and the Nongshim players want to use that neon to react quickly to stuff. So if they put some pressure somewhere, they're going to get over rotates. They're going to open up space on the map. And that's what they've been doing a great job of taking advantage of.
Only 10 more seconds remaining in this Coinbase win condition for Nongshim to try to get everything clustered together and start to understand the way that mates are pushing and pulling on this map. So far, it has been
ten ISO, kámo. Užíval si.
Certainly not what you expect.
ISO na mé hře? Každé ISO v mojí hře, vole.
Onto this global stage. Same could widely be said for those on mates as well.
Absolutely.
A little bit more presence given that you have Marteen as well as Starso.
It's a little bit of an extra oomph, and you know, you also have that advantage of playing in through the group stage. You know, frankly, that is an advantage at this point. The way that the players get adapted to everything, you're used to the stage noise, all that kind of stuff. A little bit of a go with a clone and a drone. Ivy will be identified, but again, misdirection early. Trying to pull rotations. They will get Dombi just
Volkovačka mi jdu nepříjemná.
Crossfire set up with RB.
Jsme ever? Jsme jako low-key ever.
See if they can hold this.
Dneska nechutnej shot. A Marteen je tak ostrej, kámo. Stark jsou ostrej. Ne, co to je za timing, vole, Pix ze Starou. Jako týpci se adaptovali na to, že budou hrát ranked. To je disgusting, actually. To bylo actually disgusting, kolo, kámo. No 5 lidí všechno pushujou.
They get it in towards the front of B, and Dombi's able to get the first kill and really set this round in motion for Nongshim to start going for those trades, go for those push-outs, and they do a phenomenal job of it.
Tak bude adaptace na adaptaci, chat instantně.
Overall, you're playing for those trades, and you're going to get them. That's exactly what the doctor ordered here for Nongshim. Dambi does have his ult. You have Starkzo's ult already.
Well, do they have more of it is going to be the question. Can you find that follow-up? Operator being shifted. Reposition now. It's the full 5 forces of mates. Get ready.
Sova ultinka? Co to je?
Through that cyber cage, finding Minny.
To je super smrt, ne celkem. Minny podle mě je nadšenej. Spolu nějak to pušněte, chlapi. Šakus. Smoke bude padat, bacha. Kurva. Šakus. No, co on dělá za movement? Co on dělá za movement, kámo? Haven je víc atak mapa.
It's the patience that he has. Sometimes, yes, he's going to be running all over you. He's going crazy. He's styling.
Co to je tohle za skok?
Look at that jump peek there.
What the fuck?
Spot onto the 2 players, the one behind the box, the one back sight. And he immediately pops the overdrive, wants to make sure that there's nothing left in that round for Gentlemates. And that's huge. Get that early pressure. They have a quick TP over as well after they bully mates out of long A.
And mind you, that's a 3 ult investment from Gentlemates.
True.
So ends up being a massive victory for Nongshim. Round count aside.
Ulti. A to je v pohodě, že ulti proti Lowbuy nebo Eku. To je jakoby ještě v pohodě, smrt za ultinu.
Minny will reposition. Francis at the same time. The dimensional drift is in, spotting out the 2 players at garage, calling that for RB, but Dambi's now
Slipo! Slipo!
in the backside, finds another. The exit's there. Francis good for 1.
3v2. 3v2. Kámo. Eka, já jsem rád, že to kolo vyhráli, ale za jakou cenu, kámo? Tady prostě týpek na koleni jede, chápeš? Týpek jede na koleni a u toho prostě... To byla největší chyba jakoby přidání agenta ever, legit. Horšího agenta přidat nemohli ever, imo, než Neonku. Kež by ji zrušili, kámo. Jako. První 2 killy byly normální, no. A třetí byl jakoby na jistotku. Nebo taky 2% šance, že u toho skape ten Bipo a 98%, že je zajebe. Ale jakoby insane kolo by the way pro Gentlemates.
Firepower department. Exos is tucked in. He's got a crossfire with RB set up. See if they can do some damage here.
Kamo, Ross, kolikrát už puštěte ten A-long?
Spots him out and has him lined up. Fantastic position for Exos, and he gets a 3rd. Crosshair is perfectly placed to clean up Glyph.
Prostě Ross.
And what a lurk. Perhaps a bit of luck in the mix as well. Starts on now. Last one standing, Ivy. Not quite peeking out from that deep flank. This round, surely, is going to be Nongshim's, and there you go. The final
Jak pušujou všechno, kámo. Disgusting.
It's 2 rounds separating now.
Just big plays again, just like we saw in that best of 5 against RRQ for Nongshim, where Xross was just going absolutely crazy. The best performance we had seen from him to date. One of the new members here on the Nongshim, and he has really stepped up as of late.
And also on a new role, because coming into kickoff, controller was RB running this over, running the initiator. Changed it up, and he has looked right at home. Big performance for him to try to start this off, and Nongshim.
A má dobrý moment, Bipo, ale je to funny.
The dart, the reposition, clear of that turret. As soon as that KJ
Odkud dostal wallbang? Za 5 damage. Oh, Marteen, co dal? Musel být facky. Kámo, tohle si vyhraje Marteen. Píkne si 1v1 prostě. Prostě si píkne 1v1, když to je 2v1. Prostě tam vyletí jak drak, kámo. Úplně mu to je jedno. Nějaký Masters.
Every time with him, he's up to 15 kills already. Just frying as usual. But this is, in terms of the macro game, good stuff from Nongshim. You throw that relay bolt out to prevent the quick B hit, funnel them over to...
Kdy bude timeout do Gentlemates? Po tomhle kole, kámo, jestli nenasype.
Nongshim's already got a lot of players there. They've got 4 out of the 5. And so it's a great crossfire setup. They're in position to handle that pressure nicely. And even though it's fast, it's great on the fly thinking from Nongshim. Speaking of the devil.
Kámo, Marteen... Marteen se prostě rozhodl, že vyhraje ty Masters. Jako 16-6 je trochu let už, ne? 17-6. Kámo. Kámo. Spam setečka, pozor. To slipo to schytal, vole. Stojí na místě, kde se plentí, no to nevím, jestli je úplně optimal. Jo, takhle. Marteen další kill. Minny, pojď bejku, zabiči, halo! Defusujou! Oni si myslí, že zabili defusera. To je timeout, to je timeout angle, to je timeout angle, to je timeout angle. To je timeout angle, to je timeout angle. Oni si podle mě mysleli, že zabili defusera.
Great dimensional drift to set
Jako ten Bibo tady.
Something that I love about the way mates play is they use their duelists to set up kind of on the fly flanks that leave their opponents in just bad positions, but you have that ultimate, you have Ivy's ultimate to clear that space.
Není timeout.
Set that up and it's just held. Ivy holds the line brilliantly.
Line up.
Cuts to the corner. Judge v Shorty.
Clearneme to, doufám. Neclearneme. Wow! Šmos! Šakus. Kámo, čím jak skáče. Tam Minny to nenávidí. Minny to nenávidí tohle dělá přesně Šakus. A on ho dodžuje. Kvůli tomuhle Minny dodžuje rankery. Když chytne vrcově Šakuse a dělá tohle, no. To je actually tilter jak hovado. Actually tilter, no.
Over 70% win percentage as you would expect with the, 13-4, 35. Disgusting, by the way. The combo there, relay bolt, paranoia, double swing. And they hit it out of the park. They're letting loose with a few vamoses of their own.
Není timeout, kámo? Šetří timeout na defend, nebo?
Shaky on the buy, a Bulldog, a Sheriff in the mix. Half armor, still going to have that operated. They're not going to be seeing the appearance of the Outlaw here for Nongshim. Do we get a 6-6? Or 7-5 to Nongshim's advantage at the half.
Mates have gotten a little one-dimensional, so Nongshim has been able to rotate well, take space well. They've got a
Ross
great
is
read.
in such an invested position here, and he hits the transfer for all 3! Unbelievable! Minny sits him down, trades one back, but good God! Finds another, clipped by the op shot, and Ivy's got the finisher, 7-5.
Reset a jdeme na druhou halfu. Kámo, jak to hraje ten Ross, by the way, tu sovu. Já jsem neviděl jedinou utilitu hodně použitou, on to hraje, kdyby hrál Reinu. Tím, kde stojí prostě furt.
From Nongshim and even better individual efforts.
Yeah, fantastic hero plays on display. Marteen still well out in front. Let's see if he can continue that performance when we come back after the halftime break.
Crazy. Be right back. Jako asi mohl dostat trainu to, Já to nečekám, že tam Sava bude sedět, kámo, jak Rejno. Bude.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Atención chileno de corazón, ¡Sechi! ¡L! ¡Ichichi! ¡Viva Chile! Bueno, cabros, weón, lo amo, weón, estamos al tope. Dejemos la cagada, cabros, weón. Que esta weá se repita y que dejemos todos los días la cagada. Apoyemos a todos los cabros de acá, que no haya equipismo y era. ¡Bora, al tope!
Jasný to? Kámo. Jasný to vypadá jak fotr od rodiny, nebo vlád. Kamaráde, tak na Kesny to tam řvou. Třeba 5násobně než na jakýkoliv tým. Make sense, kámo, on tam je kámo jak prezident, vole, toho Chile.
Everybody wanting a piece of the action on stage, rallying this.
To bylo za side on tak.
Good to see Kesnet getting them hyped up. We find ourselves basically neck and neck here at the halfway point of Haven. Nongshim
Tak jedem.
able to run it back.
Jedem, draci.
5-round win streak to get themselves a 2-round lead.
Hard to wipe the smile off my face after watching that crowd. They are
A jde se rundownit. Ze šaku s neonkou.
phenomenal what this crowd, what energy they're bringing for us and for these players.
Minny musí vypnout Dumbio pokaždý, co slide do sajtu. A trapu furt máme. Minny! Zastal ve slideu right click. Má takový nervy, kámo. Přísahám ti, že Minny má takový nervy. Jestli něco, co nenávidí Minny, jak to je tu ty neonky, vole. Double shock dal default, viděl jsem? Kámo. Kámo! Co to je?
People, are you okay? No, it's
Clearly you should say Minny.
Yeah, Minny, are you okay? Yeah, I mean it was
Co to je? Čím jak hraje, kámo? Spamuje right click prostě, co to je? Jako legit, co to je? To je top, jako, to je top. Tohle já mám každý den na rankedu, jako no. Nic novýho, ale. Ale že to uvidím na Masters, to mě nenapadlo. Japan Final Boss, on je Japonec? Já myslím, že je Korejec.
If they continue to push, they're going to find themselves in open sight. Leaving this quad stack at garage. Off to their own devices, Ivy's going to go on a bit of a walkabout, check in towards that angle, but he's just the one with a bandit. And now we'll spot out multiple players. He looks to back away.
A little suspicious, but they're pretty quick to rotate right now.
Smoke the garage, trying to drum up some continued interest on that C site, so Minny does tuck back over.
Máme read, ale jsme tam trochu pozdě. A ten flood bude dobrý, Marteen jak diffl s klasikem. Marteen druhý kill klasikem. Killis?
That mates need to get themselves back into the
Oj, sliny.
timing gorgeously.
2v1, prosím. No má slide. On mu dá ve slideu zas. To je na tilt. To je na tilt. 1v3, kámo.
They anticipate the way Nongshim's going to want to move. What, you know, Nongshim of course is going to want to do.
Někdy neměl classic mini, kámo.
Easy money, but Nongshim takes a really long time because it doesn't feel comfortable for.
Dobrý jako, no.
Maybe it was only, you know, a couple players that were there. I don't think, you know, Ivy saw all four, so he couldn't really fully get it relayed over to.
Má bakinu. To je actually shakus round. On má bakinu na ty neonce, kurva. A ten bude nadšenej, až mu to řeknu. Že jeho playstyle byl vole na Masters. Čum na to se dělá, kámo. Čum na to. To jako všichni zkoušet tohle.
Back away over towards long, trying to see if there's going to be anyone on that flank. Meanwhile, RB taking that closer
position. Mohli hrát spolu.
Fastlane gets set up. He does have that judge in hand, but Glyph is able to find one. France is going to be taken down, and RB
nice.
on that jump spot.
Jaký clean retake? Jaký clean retake? Jakub jsme na YouTube, nepiš to, ale tady ty šmoulo.
Yeah. Little fortunate to get past some of those shotguns, but they do. That's what matters most here. Pretty clean as well for mates. So your economy's going to be very happy about that. Whoops. Didn't hit the first shot. They're all just covering the right angles, doing their jobs. Minny wants to get the crowd behind him. See if they could turn this map around. Feels difficult going up against this composition, this Nongshim team. They're on attacker side, but anybody can do it with this Cypher Astra. I think it's very possible for mates.
I mean, you've got that cognitive divide, one away from a neural theft. There are tools available for mates. String this next one together.
Zombie's already got an overdrive, something that you always have to be wary of. Trying to sell a bit of a fake here with the fast lane.
Tečko na retake.
For the first time, but nobody on mates is buying it. They haven't.
Still have that camera.
They haven't moved the muscle. Yep.
Jako kilosin.
The clone forward, cleared out. Debo keeping that one covered. Thrown out forward, looking for the pop flash out, and Marteen collects two.
Zmizeli, kámo, ve vteřině.
But he just gets torn apart. As now the spike is dropped right there in front of their welcome arms. Clean one shot there from RB.
Nice. Nice trade.
And he keeps him in such a winning position. Bandit being a bit whippy there. Pipo cannot find the kill. Ivy tries to drag it back, and now the overdrive going to be invested. An immediate slide away from Domby. Still getting pressured out though by
Čím to tak hraje, kámo? Ve skoku. Ve skoku. Tak to je dobrý.
Domby again, who's going to bail you out here as Nongshim, give you a chance, give you some hope. Ivy's going to go all the way up towards heaven. See if he can catch him a bit off guard, a little unorthodox here.
Wasn't in range of the alarm bot, so does end up.
Vypo nevím, kam šel, kámo. Skoro koukáme za Leškem, ten by řval tady na něj. On by po hater. Ne, není. Ale jsme na něj vždycky. Jak hraje, kámo, ten Domby. Oj, nervíčky pracujou. On to pustil. Kámo, jak hraje! No, kolikrát už Minny umřel na tu neonku.
That gets you this round. It's just chaos. But that is exactly the way the Domby likes it. I thought this was going to be it. The gun barrel had stuck through the smoke as well. So Glyph had a chance and he thought he had it and he pulled back.
You see those sparks fly off the head. Makes you think, okay, I've got him, but
Oni fandí Nongshim. Oni fandí Nongshim. Tak to je host. Já taky fandím Nongshim, ale ne když hrajou proti Gentlemates. Starek se sedí úplně nalevo.
I mean, it's it's tough because I think they did a lot well in that round in the macro. You just got dombied, man. Like it happens. Like, so maybe just talking about how you can calm your nerves a little bit, kind of how you can react to Dombi's movement. But I mean, you can see there how quickly Dombi could change directions, how quickly he reacts to a situation and doesn't overcommit. You know, a lot of players there, when he first pops the overdrive and is going for Stark, so might just keep going and die. He doesn't. He pumps the brakes. He changes directions. He sets himself up for success. Uses that relay bolt to create some space to keep Stark so guessing. He's so clever and so intuitive.
Tou neonkou si kompenzuje toho malého bombokláda dole
Crazy
Trust.
to think that Marteen's got 22 kills and you're down 4 rounds right now as mates.
He's just been working wonders, and right now it looks like he's going to be getting himself another ultimate online. Contest out into A long. He's 1 charge away, but here comes the crunch.
Ale kámo.
Dombi's going to be able to find 1. TP going to be committed to at the same time for a quick little moment. Or the cancel comes in from RB.
To bylo z obecenstva. Z obecenstva jsem četl.
That was able to back up. Not sure if they got stalled by some util.
Francis now.
Come on.
RB.
Come on, Patrik. To jsou 2 Patrikové, by the way, chat. Starkso, jak je Patrik? Patrice, jo. Minul byl round, jako 4v2 by bylo hodně rád, kdyby to vyhráli. Máš shorty v kapse? Dobrý trade. Mareen ani nemířil, ne, kámo? Ten observer je úplně nějaký rozbitý, on to ani nemíří na něj taky lžeka a umřel. Tak se je Poláky, yes. Nice shot. Mega divný kill.
Marteen might have made a whoopsie, but his teammate right there to help him out, no problem. Still getting that valuable.
Let's go, Marteen, let's go. Let's go, Minny, let's go. Let's go, people, let's go.
Lucky for Dombi. Francis, okay, flirting with the Guardian, but instead they're going to go for 2 stingers.
Come on, každý lobby pikuje, kámo, kupuje bakinu.
See how they want to pilot it. It looks like they're really
Ne Stinger, ne Sheriff, bakinu.
Towards garage.
Yeah, it might just be certainly right through that angle.
Quick smoke.
Čím jak se hejbe, vole.
Cleared by the outlaw. Here we go.
Clone catching a shot. Marteen tucks back flat. Has to get the reload off. His paranoia goes out. Not connecting on to Minny, however.
Čím jak se hejbe, kámo.
Swing to the corner. RB looking to try to get some value with that frenzy, but will just fall to the wayside. Francis going to be good for 1, but they are just getting over.
Nice.
Stormed out of this.
Nice, Bipo, ukaž mu, jak se to dělá.
Marching their way back into this map.
And this is a team, the Gentlemates, that has unbelievable resiliency.
Nebyl nikdy žádný Slovák v tier 1. Ale nebylo ani moc Slováků v tier 2 totiž. Jo, dobrý kill na Francise.
The best of 5 they won in a reverse sweep against Fnatic to find themselves into this event.
Let's go.
There is no doubt that the mental
Však nehrál tier 1, on koučoval jenom.
for this squad. So it's Nongshim.
A to je poloslovák takový, no.
Long A. Marteen, this is a little scary, but has a little bit of an angle.
Nic si myslel rukou, mám jenom to, odpočívám. Odpočívací ortézka. Já jsem měl bíky a rozbolila mě ruka. Nevím proč.
Tripwire over on the other side, pings it out for his team. Maybe they'll feel like this is going to be one of those rounds where they can just make a quick rotate to the other side after trying to create some attention, throwing another smoke in, throwing a drone in as well to keep that extra player placed. That forces Glyph to have.
Já nedělám taky věci kilosy.
Even now you're getting rotation. Starkso's coming over. Timing, is it going to be good? And they're doubling down on this. Are they going to try to pinch through B? Look at the pings.
Maybe making the call for it.
Oni jdou A split, Čum. Z linku do Ačka jdou. What the fuck, co to je? Chudák Gliska, on dostane strašný ten pinch. Rex byl v tier 2, no však říkám, že jich nebylo moc. Kámo! Co to je? Minny ti říkám, že má největší nervy, co kdy měl. Jako.
Push and pull that we saw more of in Pacific with this team, where they're a little bit slow. They're not always just gas pedal to
wow.
the time. Poor Minny.
Skvělej design.
Hold his shot to wait out the slide, bro. You can't do that against Domby. He's gonna hit you anyway. And just immediately able to get into A by just being really confused about what, you know, mates are confused about what they're doing on the map because it was so slow, it was methodical, they were making some attention through the drift all the way over, get up in the top of heaven, draw some attention that way. But now, a lot of players looking for a B push out. It's a little bit weaker here for mates. Minny just on a sheriff, Guardian.
Odin je celkem fajn, Odin oproti tomuhle úplně chill, no. Ale to jakoby ty neonky hrajou taky Odin, by the way, ještě k tomu, takže to je nejlepší kombo. To nerfovali? Flask. Flask. To nerfovali. No, Flask. A furt to je stejný. Jo, Dambi hraje jenom neon, podle mě. On one trickuje neon, ten Dambi. Je paráda. Tak toho psá furt. Dobrý stun. OK, ale tohle má názor.
Picking them apart. In reply to a flawless, they're looking to find a flawless of their own. And he can just rotate in.
Sova dostane nový voice lines názor, kámo. Tak Sova bude úplně broken teďko, ale to trochu přehnali, ne? To bych jí sebral jeden shockdart za to.
It's gonna take a hell of a lot more than that. And Beepo again, another 3K for this Neon. Keeps them in with a shout, just 2 rounds separating Nongshim, not yet up to map point.
I mean, you can see just how smart and again the adjustments that come immediately here from mates. It's like okay, they've slowed down the pace.
Nepřebíjí, protože ve Valorantu se nehraje na fullení. Já nekoukám CSku, že nevím, jaký jsou micro decisions v CSku, ale nepřebíjíš ani 8 nábojů, kámo, je ti to úplně jedno. Jej burstíš prostě na 2 náboje většinou zabiješ někoho. Jaká trapa, ale to je dobrá. A Leško je schytí klon, no. Full shaku skolo.
Has a Hunter's Fury, but there's just no real way to try to invest it from here. Tries to play his way forward, gets tagged up, and now has to back off, avoid getting detained. Same for Glyph. And this buys an immense amount of time. Glyph, however, able to find one. Gonna be Yoru, gonna be taken down. Shock Dart not quite tagging up Ivy enough. A consideration on that ult, but cannot go for it. Ivy finds the final 2, and Nongshim find their way up to map point.
Great little setup here to get through that trip quickly and start taking space as Domby. Use the clone to identify it, and then Domby's off to the races. Yes, he doesn't get a kill, but that set tees you up for a follow-up there because you get the info, because you get the space, and Xros can rip his ultimate. Plus you got players just ready there on the point. I mean, Francis absolutely turns on a dime there. That's got to be frustrating here. Map point. Mates gonna have to dig deep. A judge for Beepo, a bunch of ultimates in their back pockets. Zombie has the overdrive.
Have a bit of that wombo combo action that can come through. With that dimensional drift, and Marteen will go ahead and
ale pozor. Force tak B, co to bylo? Jaká adaptace, kámo, 4 na B.
Caught by Starzo. Ivy does manage to punch through as Marteen arriving around the back, keeping Xros's attention tied. Doesn't fall for the clone.
Nice.
Spots that jiggle peek out. Ivy wants to try to commit
to the
plan, but here comes the arrival of the players.
Nice.
Only going to be able to find Beepo. Xros now.
Nice.
To pull up another 1v3, will not be able to have it. Gentle
come on. Kolik mají peněz Nongshim?
To push this map into overtime.
Nongshim tests the waters with another B hit, but this time there's a lot of reinforcements, a quick fast lane as well up in the mix. I mean, Marteen,
Dobrý kill.
he might drop a 30 bomb in a loss here. See if they could turn it around and maybe force OT. But Ivy's been phenomenal lately. He has been great in these post plants. He is so sharp with that Vandal. It's gonna be a weak buy. He does have his ult. Stinger for RB. Seeing how good he can be with those in skirmish in Pacific. As drone
Pojď Minny.
clear the way forward onto C.
Hero round incoming, chat.
They are all
Hero round loading.
still a ways away, but has
Look at this. Look at this Patrik Husek, bro.
some of that pressure. Opens up
Dostal revílek.
finds RB. The spike now dropped onto the floor. Glib able to fight. They just aligned.
Tak to jsou Vánoce pro Glyfa, vole. Z výseru na double kill.
Ivy, however, on that flank, comes away with two kills.
On má klasik až a judge. Nah, not like this, kámo.
Does Starso.
A kdo je kurva Ivy a proč má 23 killů?
Right now, Ivy is not buying it. Just now considering the potential push over. Grabs the spike. The regression back through the window, the approach towards backside considered for Starso, but hasn't heard.
Nemá ani přebytý ten klasik, by Stark má tak 5 nábojů v klasiku.
He's got so much utility. The alarm bot set up the block off the one side. This is going to give him a lockdown.
10, okay.
Recalls it. The swing in the corner! And Ivy! What an ungodly Red Bull clutch! The 4K to get the 13 to 10 scoreline. Unbelievable!
What a map! Everything you could want here. Crazy round after crazy round, high tempo, high octane action. And it's going to be Ivy who caps off a stellar Haven.
Welcome to the global stage, young man. What an insane performance. What an insane map. I'm hoping for more of that when we come back for Corrode.
Já jsem řekl, že Haven musí urvat, kámo. No. Tak reverse sweep. Reverse sweep it is. Cítím mapa bind, jako bind je v klidu, Corrode je hrot. Corrode je hrot. Jsme nebrali split? Oni banovali split z nějakého důvodu. Dokonce. No už ho mají dobrý, ale my jsme podle že nejlepší. To je jich nejvíc clean mapa. Těším se na neonku. Bude hopsat tady na Corrodu, no. Vy pohraje Valley na Corrodu, pokud nic neměnili. Corrode demo jsme ještě nevyhráli? No, nope, myslím, že ne. Dostali Stomp od BBL a potom hráli overtime proti Fnatic. Myslím. Na splitu nikdo neporazil Gentleman, no. A třeba navařili na Corrode, jako oni měli... Kolik dní, kámo? 3-4 dny měli? Na teorii a na practice. Možná, že kámo mají ready věci. Ale kompletně budu hrát stejný, nevím si natipnout. I když, kámo, dobrý pocket pick by byla Vice, protože Vice je nejvíc counter na tyhle ty random pičoviny. Já nevím, jak by to udělali, kámo. My hráli single Smoker Astra, bez Viper. A my nevyhrál Vice. Asi. Chtěl rychlou spršku? Záleží, jak rychlá bude. Ale hrajou tak za 3 minuty. Sentinel Jonah P, to je potvrzený, nebo to jsou rumors jenom? Naučí nemají ten koru tak insane podle VLR? Not sure, kámo. My jsme na ně dělali od review předtím. Protože něco vyhrali tam v tom opaku. Jsme brali nějaké věci od nich na Corroad actually. Potvrzený na X. Jakoby na X se dá potvrdit hodně věcí. Jako vydali tweet jako Sentinels. Tommy.cz.
Jednou z nich bude fakt obávaný Predator v Prairie.
Děkuji za 20 jangů, Tommy. Predator v Prairie, děkuji. Děkuji, Vítek. A ten není v Sentinels?
저희가 오랜만에 경기이기도 하다 보니까 처음에 시작할 때 좀 선수들이 많이 굳어 있는 것 같아서 좀 우리 오랜만에
Jako hrali dvakrát ten Corroad, porazili T1 a hrali 12-14 proti Rex Regum, no. Do T1 hru jsem plně koukal.
Well, I felt like we were a bit stiff and a bit rusty because we haven't played on the stage in a while. So I told my boys, let's take it as a warm-up, and we are eventually
Rex Regum mají apparently insane Corroad. Neprohráli jediný Corroad Rex Regum. Takže makes sense.
Well, Wyatt, you set it up that one of these teams was going to be taking their first loss on Haven, and it turns out it was Jano Maze, but man, what a map!
Yeah, and given what I said that the best result someone had against Nongshim on this map was getting 5 rounds, maybe you would think, oh, it'll bode well that they got... That was their pick. They picked it, though. They picked it into Nongshim, and they lost. And they lost. You saw the stats. I mean, Marteen put up 1,000 kills. We were watching him get 3 Ks in the rounds crumbling around him.
Crazy.
Gosh.
The amount of multi-kills he got in lost rounds.
To je za tým?
Insane.
Nongshim?
I mean, he was trying to do everything he possibly
A pak prostě jiný region, kamo. Valošek se hraje ve 4 regionech.
For a player that had enormous impact for Nongshim. It's time for the HyperX reflex moment of the day, and this is on the pistol round. Again, one of my favorite players, Danby, sliding around. His pistol round impact is
Jeho favorite player.
Okay. Danby is averaging a 1.75 kill.
Máme to tady ještě v replay, chat. Hodně dobrý.
Unreal. Most people, it would be amazing if they got a 1.
And NS are what? They're like 70%?
Yes.
Around win rate?
60 lidí zde, škoda, že ne na Kicku, tak by pustilo stats na hodinovku. Díky všem, co dorazili tady na stream, to je jasný. Kick budou Watchparty příští rok. Inshallah, bismillah. 900 lidí tady bylo, kámo, na konec mapy Team Magore. Insane, děkuju moc.
Playing that slower macro stuff before getting in to their actual hard executes, where they still look just so good in the way they're scaling off Danby.
So we heard in the TAC timeout that there was a call there from the coach to kind of ease into the game. Not necessarily something strategic perhaps, but more just like feeling the crowd, feeling the energy of this game and getting into it, because they are fairly inexperienced. What did you see change after that?
I think in terms of the macro, what they did a lot better was pushing through on their defense instead of full rotating back through spawn. First couple rounds, they were over-rotating like crazy. You look at their pistol, they let the turret drop, get flanked through C, lose the round. But here, watch how instead of rotating, they're getting proactive, pushing into space that's been left by their opponent, and as mates go back to reclear, they cook them in this round on mid. Then, just a few rounds later, it's the same thing over towards the A side as they pressure into mid, and then get this embed from X-Ross. It was very effective from Nongshim, and it's something that I was impressed seeing from them regionally that I'm glad is transferring over here with their defensive proactivity.
On the side swap, every single Nongshim attack side Haven we've seen so far has just been completely dominant. They are so good at pacing things out with the Neon. They don't get caught in some of the traps that you often see the Neon teams. But obviously, when it comes down to crunch time, Danby can just hit the gas at any moment.
Dude, I'm watching round 18, I think it was, and Minny is holding. Minny, who's got superb aim, by the way, is holding, waiting for Danby to finish a slide, tracking him through the air, and Danby is just wiggling around and then slides and kills him. Sometimes when you watch people go up against Danby, it does feel a bit unfair. It doesn't necessarily...
Ten komentátor to jakoby, tady ten analista, vole, sideshow, jakoby to, co, jakoby glazuje? Že týpek, kámo, se vlní ve vzduchu?
As teams that were playing the Waylay of just having like crazy stuff going on in the air to break your crosshair, but he's doing it on Neon to the same level.
It's great. Marteen got like 10 more kills than him, but it felt like Danby had more impact on the game.
Which is ridiculous to say, isn't it? Well, obviously, Gentlemates are going to need a bit of an adjustment, so let's hear what Paco, the coach, had to say ahead of map 2.
Paco, Neonka je sračka, jdeme na druhou mapu.
Paco of Gentlemates now. Paco, a lot of aggression we've witnessed from Nongshim. What is your plan to deal with them on Corrode? And how much trouble do you think Danby's Neon is going to be for you?
I don't think there is any trouble and that like we need to adjust anything. This game is not about them, it's about us, and we just need to take the control back and like everything will be fine. And we had already a conversation, so I believe the second match will be much different.
Thank you and best of luck.
Second map will be much different.
Well, given I picked Gentlemates to win, I'm glad
tak jeden, draci.
Paco thinks that Danby won't be giving them any trouble.
Yeah.
They'll just be able
Tak
to
jeden,
handle it on
draci.
Corrode.
It's such a
Pro na Vili a Neonku, jo, tak to vidíš, jak moc té hře rozumí, no.
The whole team has talked about how good they are at problem solving generally throughout this tournament, and then here Paco's not talking about the other team at all. He's just saying it's all on them.
Yeah, it is interesting. I think Mates was a bit slow to adapt in that first half. After Nongshim started to go for these active reclears you were talking about, I feel like they kept getting caught by surprise by players in positions like that. Then you get into the second, and that half was
Kámo, ten je locked in, ale to ten týpek, actually.
And how he took over there. And what scares me is that I think this Corrode is
Ars je to paráda.
not for Danby on the Neon. He looked so good here regionally.
Yeah, he looks really good here, but I think what's curious is that this is really the only map in the pool for me where neither team is looking at Corrode like, damn, we're smashing everyone here. Let's pick in one of our best. This is more, to me, of an anti-pick, where Gentlemates have not been great here. Their attack sides have not been good in the couple matches that they played against BBL and Fnatic. So it seems like Nongshim just want to lose this out.
Větračky jsem přerovnával, kámo.
They're not going to be feeling at their best.
We saw a fantastic map 1, I mean, even though it's a loss from Gentlemates. I thought I was really impressed with it. We've also got Bind to finish potentially, where both teams look amazing. But to your point, I mean, we might be seeing a little bit of a dip here, where it's more to do with can you kind of muddle through a map
this might become more of a scrap fest, where I think the macro from both teams on Haven is world class. It's just not the case for them on Corrode. It's not at the top of either of the pool.
Nasadil bundu, ukáž?
Even lower for Gentlemates than for NS.
Sure.
Bude zloba, kámo.
Okay, that's very different. Let me hold my point
Ukáž?
there. Because Marteen is
Jo, mění komp. Ne.
I feel like it's gotta be
we got the KO.
Yeah, it's already so.
Ne, bude hrát Phoenix a Marteen.
Yeah, just like a default meta comp.
Maybe this is why Paco said it's all on us.
Yeah, I mean, it would be cool to see this variant continue.
By pohraje Neonku, tím hrál Vejlej. A Sarxo hrál Fejtku, jako hraje Sovu, podle mě. Tím nehrál Sovu, jimo. Nelokne to, kámo, Marteen, že ne?
I don't know if Marteen's going to be playing Phoenix,
They've been studying the EDG VODs. They've been studying them.
On to lokl, vole!
I was waiting to see if I was going to get trolled and if he would switch back to Yoru, but we are locking
What?
Phoenix.
I've seen people run Phoenix. Yoru here had a lot of success. Seen people
Předtím hrál Sovu. Single iniciátor na Korou.
Viper heavy map, both the Phoenix and the KO are very good for giving active fights and constantly pressuring through the smokes. You have some super powerful ults with this composition to snowball as well if you can get Marteen
Not
those
sure
orbs.
about that.
But it is so different than the Yoru that he basically only plays.
Just quickly, Wyatt, does this increase or lower your confidence in Gentleman's being able to...
Ale Crashy hrál, možná se inspiroval Crashysem. To Sova je lepší na individuální play. Nehrál ani jednou Sovu na Korou ještě. Se nehraje solo Sova totiž do double duelu. Ale je to lepší na individuální play. A oni nemají double duel hlavně, to je NRG komp. To je NRG jakoby stav ten Kajo a Sova. Tak šli dobrý, kámo, Kajo Sova dohromady. A Minny Kajo je taky insane. Minulou hru, tak to už neřeším asi, ne? Vejčku. Minny má insane Kaja, kámo. My jsme hrali Kajo Lotus, kámo dropoval 25 kg. 25 kg, 25 asistů každý Lotus. A ještě IG alkoval. Ten komp? Přemýšlím, proč Phoenix než Yoru, jakoby. Proč radši Phoenix než Yoru? Možná kvůli tomu Molotovu na tom midu, no. Minny Kajo.
Immediate backpedal there from Stars, but the rest of the team still working their way forward into the B site. Now being heard is Ivy. The opening shot, won't be able to have it there. Kicku just repositioning.
Milan Hopsálek.
For the moment, but does manage to tuck away and keep himself alive for now. Fading on this mid connector, the Prowler to lead it forward.
Je strašně klaustrofobní ten site, kámo. Kámo. A ten observer je úplně mimo, ten Vipo na něj nemířil v tom observeru a zabil. A teďko bude replay a bude na něj mířit, kámo. What the fuck? Když se na Koru nehraje Sentinel, protože Viper je lepší než Sentinel. A oni nemají ani Viper, takže to je absolutní, jakoby... vaření. Oni mají attack komp prostě, no. Oni začínají na ataku, Gentleman tak mají attack komp. Okay. Nedivil bych se, kdyby měli 2 kompy připravený.
And then they just flood in together. You've used all your utility by that point as mates as well. There were no flashes left on the retake.
Full force coming through to try to catch Nongshim off guard. Flashes in, France.
Dobrý trade. To je force.
I know the buy is in play, but Ivy still so far forward ends up getting
forcujem.
Big advantage now.
Full koule velký, kámo. Kámo! What the fuck?
The 4K.
What the fuck?
To make it 1-1, he's already 1 charge away from the run it back.
What the fuck?
More trickery from Gentlemates.
Vrtačka vyvrtala jako solidně. Dobrý molík. Špatný timing toho Omen portu. To je beast.
Well earned pop off from him. Just picking up right where he left off in the previous map. Now 1 kill, give him that run it back just in case things start getting a little bit dicey, and Nongshim's own will thrift the attempt here. Francis again with a shotgun. He's playing on the corner. Swing in and Marteen's
nice, a healujeme se. Nádhera.
that heal through as well.
Nádhera. A ještě má regen shield, ne full HP. Ještě má volu na heal.
That's crazy value. Gets the ult, you can funnel an ult orb over to Minny too. That's so huge for Gentlemates. Comes the
Hopsálek tady.
Grab up that Bucky, so maybe Dambi can try to put it to use. RP.
Máme ult, co by neměli používat ultinu tohle kolo proti Jaku.
Pings out. The question is, can they do anything about it? Obviously, the weaponry is just not great at all for Nongshim.
Už je tady hopsálek. Ne. Hopsálek ne, do píči. Ne, hopsálek ne. Ne, kámo. Do píči, to je šakus na VCT stage prostě. Co to kurva je? Co to kurva je? Kámo. Ty mám napsat šakusovi? Jestli chce hrát s náma další stage? Dal 2. A to je replay z jiného kola. Napsat šakusovi.
Crazy shotgun shenanigans, but there you go. That's what we've come to expect watching Domby in Pacific.
Operator now and playing a lot of space being taken around A, but this is all a bit of a ruse as IB left to his own devices. Out in the
Nice.
gets struck down. An empty sight as Marteen leads the charge with that'll run it back. Push forward, looks for the kill on RB, but it's only going to find a mind a little bit of damage. But Glip now finding Domby. RB getting burnt by the blaze wall.
Napsal jsem šakusovi, ať se na to dívat okamžitě.
Sees to go out the molly over the top. RB scouted X-Ross covering fire, able to find the one, but there is a hell of a lot more.
Tohle kolo clean so far. Wallbang, nice. Ne.
RB ends up falling. X-Ross with a follow-up. Marteen now dead. The spam coming.
Minny na confidence.
Forward into the smoke.
Máme svýho.
3-1. Mates maintaining the lead.
It's a little scrappy there, but I mean, Mates again find that opening kill and immediately press their advantage with the Phoenix ult.
Už má lepší monitor.
Marteen already up to 8 kills. Oh, Cliff there. Stunned up, still hits the shot. A little bait and switch at the end. Beepo teeing up Minny, buying some time, shooting through the wall.
Let's go!
Distract and find
Podložku
that
nemá.
kill. Looking really nice right now for Mates. They have the Hunter's Fury as well. Sheriffs and then a stinger for Domby this time.
Has that plus the overdrive.
They're going to load up on B here again. Do they have an answer for this Phoenix?
Stacking into this one, and it's a great shot from Ivy to start things off.
Kámo. Ne, Ekáček, že ne. Ne, Ekáček, že ne. Ne, prostovačka, ne. Nice, Vipo. Nice, Vipo. 2v1 na jednou z toho je. Já ale ty komentátoři vůbec nefandí Mates, mi přijde, oni furt hypí, jak je každý kill od Nongshim hypí jak svině. A teďko udělali z 3v5 2v1 během 1 vteřiny. A reakce, Mates. Zmrdí. To zní dobře, Petře.
Cliff was reading it for a moment, but now they're pretty tunneled in on other parts of the map. Xos just waits out the cosmic divide.
Tucked away though.
Ross, přátel.
That's all his util.
People's going to be able to swing that corner on a dime. Catch him off guard. Ooh, there's the stun. Stunned up on the relay. Ken's
nice.
That crosshair swung across fast enough. Beepo with a 3K. It's Mates now up to 4.
That's scrappy as hell. And it looked like you said, that for a moment maybe Nongshim was going to turn this round on its head.
Navařili kompozici šílenou.
Then they try to overcommit there, and Glyph's ready for Donby's angle. Coming in on the overdrive, shuts it down.
It's a big 3v5 to deny.
Oh yeah.
That thrifty conversion, so timeout.
No konečně to zmínili, to bylo 3v5. Teď to aj zmíní, ale.
Talk about taking wind out of the sails. Thought maybe that clutch from Ivy would have done wonders for them, but Marteen is right back to it, 8-4-2. As we zoom in on the Coinbase win condition, another buy afforded by Nongshim. They cannot get this one to go. Their credits are going to be back in the dumps once again.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what it looks like coming out of this timeout here for Nongshim. A lot of early aggression at B main, a lot of scrappy battles that have mostly gone the way.
Pixelu mi na 2-0 VR tu dala. A Bex zrobil 52 kg. Team Liquida 2-0 EP? A ještě stompli, Team Liquid. 8-0 tady vidím, ukaž. No, nebylo to nakonec stomp. Team Liquid, vole, 2-0 proti EP, no. My jsme dali Team Liquid mapu. Kámo. Ten smutný kluk. Jo, to je poprvé, co Marteen hraje v té Red na něco než Jorva. To ten rok. Ne! To je tilter. A proč má bombíska? Timeout, zpátky, kámo, timeout.
That is absolutely wild that this round goes the way it does, and it's all because that spike was in Minny's hands. Right as he gets caught. And that just is where Nongshim says, we go now, we take this round, that spike down, let's end this.
Well, it's an early flash, but the 0 point never invested.
Right.
Ani jakmile začnou pushovat na defendu, tak začnou vyhrávat kola, by the way, já nechápu, jak to dělají. A to stejný udělají na Hivnu. Kde je ten reveal, co se děje?
Beautiful positioning there by Francis as well. Just tucks himself in behind the box so he doesn't get spotted by people on the entry. Change of ideas, change of locations. RB up to bat.
Ranked match? Kámo, to je aktuální Valorant meta, bohužel.
Locking on to be able to find Minny, but Cliff will be able to trade it back. A 2v4 now. Spike widely just going to be stuck at yard, and Francis wants to try to flush him out. Gets the spot here.
Taky mi chybí. Čum, prostě tady se jen tak dějou fragy, jen tak se fajtí na random místech. Chybí mi hodně, kámo. Meta, co byla třeba 2 roky dozadu.
Well, this is huge for the economy of Nongshim and bad for the economy of Mates. They only had enough money because there's been quite a few scrappy rounds to weather through one. They're not able to get that second to go, so now Nongshim's economy starts to
Chybí mi single duelist meta, kámo, upřímně.
On the other side, and that's going to force a timeout, this time from Gentlemates.
Very proactive on this. Wanting to find as much success as they can from this attacker's side. This is their side selection on Nongshim's map of choice.
Well, you're going to have Minny's ult, you're going to have the no command.
Je to taková sebíhačka, Pablo, trochu, no.
Really stymie a lot of what Nongshim relies on. And
jeden nějaký pouk někde, trochu někde poukneš a pak se bíháš. A ty nemůžeš jakoby dělat nějaký advanced věci, protože nemáš advanced utilitu. To jako Mace teďko mají, no, ale nevím.
Xross does have a Nightfall as well for some kind of retake. RB has his ult, so some tools to kind of play around with here. You know, I don't know if Mates is going to invest their ult in this round because it's the eco, of course, but
to jsem neviděl to video od TMV, triple duelist meta, co tím myslel. Ale reálně, kdyby si hrál, kámo, na každý mapě, že Neon, Yoru, Vejlej, tak reálně porazíš furt někoho, protože to jsou 3 tak strašně overtuned postavičky, že to není hezký vůbec.
Some of these ults out of the hands of Nongshim. For now, going forward to mid. I believe it's spotted out Xross's position. 0 point will.
Yep. Double checking if there's.
Sam dělal ten Francis.
Francis just staying tucked here, ready to just
bude skákat a střílet.
in alongside that vulnerable. There goes Marteen, knows that he tagged up the enemy Neon as well. Looks for a little bit more.
Nice shot.
Nice headshot. We'll be able to catch him on the jump, but Ivy's still here, still standing, still breathing, still fighting.
Pojď, Minny.
Swings in, now puts that spike down on the floor.
To je to kolo, bejčku.
Nightfall does go across.
To je to kolo.
Into these players. And Ivy has the transfer,
Tak
another 4K from him.
Nejlepší pozice, to se vyplatí wallbangnout, Pavle, tam dáš 3 nábojisky.
Ivy, he's been really good in Pacific, but this
Nejvíc OP je ta Viper ultina, kámo, vyulčíš celý main a jenom tady crowd jumpuješ celý kolo, jakoby, a všichni jsou na hit. Takže prostě zajebe, když je spotneš. A děláš silent jump. A máš celý Bčko solo. Ale jde to přečíst, samozřejmě, tato strata. Vykřičník kick. Ano, lapy. Děkujeme. Bude dneska streamy tam, ale na rankedi. A zkoušení nové sensky. Který mě rozbolila ručička trošku. O, co to je, kámo. To je za midfight, prostě divnej.
Francis quickly trying to scale in behind them. Angles being watched. Splits the difference between the two players and doesn't manage to find the kill. Stars are
nice, Darkso.
Cleans up the enemy Oru. Dambi trying to push his way forward, but has to abandon this angle. Steps up the fast lane, immediately backpedals Ivy at the same time. Still here, but now dead. Minny. Great awareness. Punches out the enemy Viper. 2v4. It's still a very favorable position to re-establish the lead.
Už je tady obsálek. 0-1, jo, 0-1, no. God Sense. Řekl jsem si, že musím zkusit God Sense. Oh, ne. To je chcípak. To je chcípak. Je to prostě God Sense a musím ji vyzkoušet. Ale bolně zní ruka, ale dal jsem, kámo, dobrý reveal, dal jsem, kámo, 13 tasků jsem hrál na M-Lavu, dal jsem 6 nový high score za all time. To jako nechutný skorečka jsem hitl. Nechápu to vůbec, kámo. Co tomu směje? Anti-Viv sense? No vidíme. Jaká sense? 16 CDP 0-1. To je prostě God sense. To hraje God Sayonara, Kažak, hrál to Demon 1 v Primu, hraje to Minny teďko. Hraje to Crashes už i, kámo, hraje to ještě nějaký Mastodon. Ne. A strašně dobrých aimerů to hraje. Luxo to hraje z Loud. Kankan to taky hraje. Hero to tam má taky napsaný, ale podle mě hraje zpátky Hisense. Podle toho, když jsem koukal na jeho stream. Oj.
Cleans it up, and now RP just has to tuck away and try to save this weapon so he can drop for a teammate in the follow-up.
Já to jsem viděl, Pablo, v tom rozhovoru, v tom podcastu, v tom autě, co dělali Heretics, se to říkal. Jen hraje 1.25? Jo, i Prox hraje, myslím, 1.25. A Prox má taky demonickou formu, až teda na dnešek. Některý lidi nezvládají tu 0.1, no.
Towards defender spawn.
I mean, if you can just get in, grab the operator.
Oh yeah, you're right. Ninja defense.
Nah, okay. Maybe try to take one down with him. Doesn't register.
Jsem bude divoký bez sentinela, budou pušovat. Ale kámo, mám actually docela dobrý pocit z toho defendu pro mates, protože mají double info iniciátory. Že jakoby můžou dobře recyklovat. Oni potřebují kukátko možná na bipa a potom prostě dobrý revealky, dobrý nože a mohli by být v pohodě. Jo, ale mě právě z toho bolí ruka, jsem to hrál hodinu. No tak 50 minut a pak jsem si dal 2 deathmatche a kámo, rozbolila mě ruka jak kreten, actually. Takže musím být opatrný na to sense. A dal jsem jakoby nejlepší skorečka ever, ale za jakou cenu? Minny si zahrál videohru. On neportl. On dal fake port. Nice Gliss, ještě jedno, pojď Bejku. Důležitý Gliss. Gliss! No stress, kámo, no stress, je to jenom Masters. Na CT. Jako bude mít smoke, ale later, kámo. I tohle ten box jaký dobrý, play. Ne. Nice. Ty píčo.
Massive 3K for Glyph.
And that's it's one of those rounds that you really needed from Glyph. He's been good for those big clutches.
Je clean, kámo.
Huge here. Slowing down Donby.
Dobrý movement, jak si...
Huge.
Co jim říká za věci? Asi neuslyšíme.
Taunts are now flying. Mates looking to make this an 8-4 scoreline. Dimensional drift available on the one side, still 2 ultimates, 4 mates. Just Fury as well as that Cosmic Divide. Set them up very nicely for
Maxozor, ne všichni, ale a pak má docela high sensky, ale jsou prostě konzistentní ty low sensky, no, jsou konzistentní. A fakt jakoby na tom padají nechutný shoty, no. Oj. Ale nepřijde mi to jako náhoda, kámo. Počkej. Potom budu mluvit, až dohraju to kolo. Ne, Ravix nemá. Oj, NT.
Maybe expecting that the wider numbers were going to be coming in through main. Either way, the diffuse is there, and it's going to be 7-5 at the half.
Jak celý minulý rok a i předtím, když měl Prime, hrál 0-1 16 CDPI, actually. Jestli jako změnil na 0-3 5 CDPI, se mi nějak nezdá, kámo, proč by šel na 5 CDPI. To je shit. Ale... Ale prostě... Tu sensku, kámo, hrál Demon 1 v Primeu, potom to hraje Luxo, kámo, který generational staty. Protože strašně moc dobrých aimerů, jakože fakt extrémně dobrých aimerů, hrajou jednu stejnou sensku, to se žádnou jednu sensku jakoby nestalo, vole. Že by, kámo, 5 strašně dobrých aimerů, kámo, hrálo třeba 0-3, 800 DPI, to naposledy před těma x lety, kámo, když jsem si ji dával taky, tak to tak bylo. Ale prostě pak jsou úplně random ty sensky, když je někdo gouty, tak má random sensku, jako Forsaken, prostě... Chápeš? Má jinou sensku než vole Davaj a tak dále. První mi píšete, co s tím Marteenem, by the way. Já to vím. Proč to píšete, kámo? Jo, Broky taky hraje. To jsem zapomněl úplně, Brok taky hraje tu sensku, nevím jak dlouho. Ale hrají taky, kámo, to je actually crazy. To mě taky ještě překvapilo, že i Brok hraje, protože většina iniciátorů hrajou vyšší sensky. Ale Brok hraje taky tu sensku, kámo. A dává pár rakety jak svině s tím šerifem, vole. Brok, Demon 1. Jak crashy, s čím kolik jí hraje lidí, no. Teď když mám trochu času, když není žádná liga, a liga se hraje až za pár týdnů, za měsíc, tak kámo, to chci zkusit. Čum. Kankan, Karon, Insane aimer by the way. King insane aimer. Baby, v pohodě, Kereší is insane. Čum prostě kolik to hraje, kamo. Jan Min, který byl úplně generational, kamo, minulý event. Freeing taky dá tam ty píčo, napisloky, jaký insane ty. Luxo, kamo, Prodigy, vole, z Laudu. Buzz mega dobrý, vole, Brock. Prostě Sayonara, absolutní goat. Hero tady napsaný, ale nevím, jestli to hraje furt. Čum prostě. Až moc lidí, kamo, Mini to hraje taky. Až moc lidí, kom, vole, na tom je taky už. Larok, to ani nevím, že Larok na to hraje, kamo. Keinzera, kamo. Až moc lidí hraje jednu stejnou skoronosenskou. Ara, co byl insane, Fanger, co kámo je jako seed 1 a potahal tam ty chlapy. Valorante, vole, C-aimer jak svině. Až moc lidí, kurva. Hraje jednu a tu samou sensku, takže musíme zjistit, how it works. Protože PC DPI shit. Jdi na Kika, napiš DPI do chatu, máš tam video.
I have a feeling you're right. Let's just get like a full-on orchestra out there and just let it go. All right. Well, Nongshim on the attacker's side, 4-1 split. A little bit of a sell on a
Dots per inch znamená DPI, to je všechno, co k tomu povím. Po mediku na Gamesku.
To scale.
So around the corner, the pop flash, and here's how many guns are on the opposite side. So we'll just go ahead, back away for the time being.
Dobrý molík.
Nice
Nice molík.
Burned to death. Another kill for him from beyond the grave. Setting up mates.
Really nice
that pistol win that they weren't able to find at the start of this map.
Yeah, really nice ideology from the side of Gentlemates with using that Phoenix ability to kind of cut apart an attack before it can really begin, because you can use a curveball, you can use the molly, and everybody on Nongshim just kind of has to take a pause. They can't follow up off of Dombi the way they want to, so I can definitely see some of the theory here and why it's working well for Gentlemates with this switch up in comps. Still though, that Glyph. Yeah, there's two players that are going to be rapping, so this is going to be pretty tricky for Nongshim, it feels like.
Double angle na CT, šlo by si vzít rychle, než tam přijdu na toho Glypha? Šlo by? Šlo by tam jít zahrát spolu na tom CT? Prosím. Už to gamblni, kámo, už to gamblni to CT. Nice. Ne, oni se rozpojí. Oni se rozpojili, kurva. Nice, Starkso. Shock dart! Nice.
His mates, 3-round lead. Pistol is theirs. Slated now to take this up 9-5.
This is nice. I mean, just great stuff from Marteen again. And right before the relay pull blooms, he's getting his work done. And again, you had to win that fight on the backside.
Nice.
Cleanly for Nongshim to really have a chance in that round by Arches, but not able to do it. Therefore, it's a pretty easy cleanup for Mates. A little bit of a investment here. Yeah, a couple Buckies and a Sheriff.
To je do píči.
Right in on top of Marteen, able to find that kill. Tucks back, dodges the relay pull, but Pipo here with his marshal trying to hold the line, finds the first, immediately backpedals.
Ne, Starkso. Kámo. Nice Minny.
Be able to strike him down. 2v3. The marshal really grabbed up here. Minny's position now known.
Patrik Ušek svek. Patrik Ušek svek.
Heard the teleport. But how are you really meant to try to flush him out?
Co ti jebe? Zase neskákající.
Buckshot to the face, and now it's just on Glyph. Been clutch for them before, but this time cannot make it happen. Nongshim not quite going for as heavy of an investment as we saw from Mates at the start of this, but still will find the same result.
I am loving this. Both teams.
On to miluje. On to miluje tohle. Já to taky miluju, no, kamo. I ten viewership to miluje. Ty videohry, to se nebojím. Všichni milují tu videohru v aktuálním stavu. Keep it up.
Do they push for it? He is very far forward. That curveball could get the catch, but he still gets that shot on a Pipo. That is unbelievable, and Ivy just massacres the remaining three.
Is that a no-scope?
I think it might have been. I think he pulled off the scope just in time. Absolutely unreal.
Show me the slow-mo of that after this round.
Observer rozbitý, kámo, ten kill bude vypadat normálně na tom replayu.
I don't think that there's going to be too much more happening.
Braven, beatl jsem všechny tvoje skorečka na tom. Actually, jsi mě tam viděl, beatl jsem každý tvoje skorečko snad. Takže se to těším jak zmrt. Actually mi to sedlo jak svině. Ale jako nebude to easy, ale těším se na to.
Just bananas, just absolutely bananas. I gotta see this again.
Jo, to byl no scope.
Get out of here.
Dobrá smrt.
Jeez.
Dobrá smrt.
That is one hell of a gamble that pays off for him.
Thank you, replay team.
But now, glass cannon force on this operator. People looking to try to shut down the aggression. Immediately Marteen going to be rerouted back inside of the...
Jako na ty micros, kámo, je to úplně disgustingly good. Když tam je prostě nějaký blok, 4 targetů, kámo, ten Ivy dává strašný raket. Co má Ivy za sensku, kámo, by the way, vypadá to jako low sense, ty killy jeho vždycky. Se mu to vůbec neklepe, ten crosser.
Francis giving his life over. IB still going to be good for the one, but cannot find people. But now they know that there's an operator in play. Do they want to hunt for this is my question.
Oh hell yeah you do.
Could end up
Jako většinou, kámo, měli lidi problémy s rukama, když hrali high sensky a doporučovalo se přejít na nižší sensku, aby si ta roka trochu odpočinula. Takže doufám, že to není až moc low. Já se na to zvyknu. 1.25 hraje Ivy? OK, no to taky je actually docela populární senska.
Explosive stuff, but this time we finally get to see one of those Ivy lurks come to fruition, and he finds 2. Somehow sneaks his way up mid.
He has a vandal. Oh, and he's got damage on him. And Dambi is around the corner, and Dambi collects the kill. Nothing retained. 8-8, all tied up. Once again, money in the dumps for Gentlemates.
Jako high sense. Nejde hrát bez tension, no. Imo. Bez byl super sharp, musíš hrát tension, ale nesmíš být perma v tensionu, no. Jinak ruce v hajzlu.
Hexross was really the one that was standing up, getting riled up.
Right.
8-8.
Walk down into mid, Starzo. Slotted into that smoke, the flash going through, but Ivy again.
Panik tlačítko.
Starzo off guard, finds the kill.
Keep it up, Riot Games. Actually perfektní play, udělali Gentlemates, perfektní pop flash, perfektní všechno, ale Ivek má panik tlačítko.
Damage on Francis, obviously leads with a dimensional drift. Will be safe in that.
Jo, Braven, to je ono. Ale jakože já nejsem tolik v tom. Já nejsem tolik v řeči, jak bych hrál 0-4.
Set yourself up for success, and again on the attacker side, once Nongshim gets there, it's Ivy with 3.
Back on his feet again.
Well, if I was playing that way, I would be too.
9-8.
21 kills for Ivy.
Oh, he's been destroying.
This is unreal.
21-11-7 at the moment. It's been a massive performance from him on this Viper. Now, back into another buy.
Já jsem hrál hodně micros, hlavně Braven, víš? Já jsem hrál hodně micros. V té kayak rutině je hodně věcí, co jakoby hraješ zápis s nima předlohtím a ne moc ramenem. To akorát ten první jsem hrál ramenem. A taky jsem ten dal high score, by the way. Jsem byl překvapený, actually. Nevím jak kámo, ale dal jsem high score prostě na nižší sensce, na velkých flicích. Nechápu. Jo, dobrý kill. To je disgusting, to souhlasím. To souhlasím, že to je nechutný.
That's illegal.
Too damn fast, too damn elusive. Pipo sliding forward is able to find Ivy though. The pit now immediately going to be dropped. Still a player disadvantage, but clean tap finds Dambi. But Marteen snapped back. Once again into the connector, 2v3. They're trying to clutch it now, the 1v3 Marteen. The way to the world to potentially this map, this entire series.
Karaju tu vadilo, že to je moc utility heavy. Ale mě teda se líp koukalo na ty utility. Mně se reálně líp koukalo na to, že někdo dostal stun na tého rakety, než aby to prodal takhle.
And once again, break the economy of mates.
And it's a little bit of a different look this time from Nongshim. A lot of times it's fast lane in first and then they go, but he's actually going and he throws the fast lane as he's in the door already, slides through. So I think just the timing there caught Glyph a little bit off
Jaký jsem typ rank podle Sensky 0.3 na CDPI?
individually round to round. You know, in particular Dombey, of course, you're going to be watching him on those big execute moments, but it's stuff like that that is so annoying, so difficult to deal with, and why nobody has beaten Nongshim yet this year.
The second and final timeout for mates on this map. Maybe just in this series, unless they can rally this back. Take a look at the Coinbase win condition, and the big one that I have in mind is going to be Marteen, of course. Has a Hero Vandal in hand at the moment. Stars, though, maybe considering the buy down for a Guardian as well. Give him a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, again, Marteen has been having a good series, a very good series, especially on Haven. You know, and we saw some hope with this new comp, and you know, Beepo's getting involved, getting those.
He's gonna
have his overdrive, so he's gonna be able to kind of bust that out. Hopefully get.
Tady tancující Reina mě trochu uvolňuje. Ty by vypadal jak Woods tam. A bude teda rankery teďko.
Judge for Glyph, it looks like, is what he's thinking about buying with. I mean, I don't know, man. It's
vypicená hra.
Really creative. They're showing you a ton of different looks, and now they're going to try to just flood A.
It's just Beepo and Minny to try to hold this line, stem the tide here in some fashion. The slide forward immediately shut down, blinded up. No clue what was hitting him from the flank. Fast pivots now called in from mates. Nongshim, we pump the brakes here for a brief little moment. This allows for mates to try to get themselves into position. The curveball is going to be good. Connecting. Just cannot find the kills. Takes down below, but cannot finish the job. The jump forward, the shorty in hand. Francis finds. Exploding back with kills of his own.
Co to je za hru, kámo? Jako Minny to musí milovat. Minny odešel z jedné hry, kde se skákalo s brokovnicema, aby přešel na další hru, kde na ně budou skákat s brokovnicema.
Oh, look at him. Oh, Ivy just missed the timing. Well, Starkso seems he might have heard footsteps.
He might just get caught, but no. Narrowly misses it. Ivy can breathe the sigh of relief, but Glyph is still on that flank. He is still encroaching on this position. Gets the pings down, though. Knows that he's rotated his way further forward into the site itself.
Jo. Já jsem myslel 3 killy, kamo.
Push forward into the poison orb, finds the timing. Gorgeous from Glyph.
Jeden na život.
The shock dart takes RB so very low. They are making this impossible for him. As the Guardian.
Jak věděl, kamo.
Comes to fruition, but what a round from
tam hodil celou dobu.
Bails out mates when they need him the most.
Again, it's another MasterCard thrifty here, but man oh man, Glyph has done God's work here, and he just catches Nongshim overstepping just a little bit.
Skákací Judge.
They try to triple swing that angle. Wart anticipating a Judge. They were just riding that wave of just running people over on their way in.
Come on.
Got a little overconfident, got a little over-aggressive.
That is a critical one.
Je kritický one.
In the end, 4v5 conversion at its peak, with people dead off the rip. Now, mates able to afford an operator into this once again. Fast rotation is going to be coming through. Is Starso is hitting the dink there on RB, takes RB down to a sliver as well, and RB just swings right into the spray.
Trochu štěstí, kámo, na naší straně.
Could not confirm that kill, and now the spike.
Jen tak prostě píkovačka midu. Tady máš jakoby důvod, proč Fnatic třeba, ale jeden z důvodů, proč Fnatic struggle, kamo, kdybys viděl solo, boustera, kereší se nebo někoho Fnatic takhle píkovat mid. Jen tak, kapeš. Jen tak si píkoval na sucho midlísek solo. Nebo s revealem, whatever. Ale i tak, kámo. To je prostě... Ve starém medě to nebyl jakoby dobrý a jakoby optimální play, čím co mu dál minimu. Ale v tuhle medě to prostě reálně jako v pohodě, když to vyhraješ ty duely. Když si věříš. A Starksou to ví, že to je sračka, jakoby. Overall, ale prostě si věří a jde pro to, protože prostě může, no. Ale co dal Dambi teďka ten transfer by the way?
Sends out a seize, needs to recover the spike, is able to do so, but it's only 18 seconds to try to play around with. He just has no idea where Glyph is at. Towards CT, now the swing, getting ready to come.
AD. Nice Starkso. Vyučkolo od Starksa. Musí hrát takhle, no.
Starting to get really good reads. They're showing things to Nongshim that they're not able to
Mu to nestřílí.
in time.
Podle mě má tilt, kámo. Nevím tomu, že je zlomený, ale podle mě má tilt. Čima kumírá, vole.
Big step up from the IGL, but the way they disguise this position. Okay, yeah, Dombi gets 2. Sure. But you've already done critical damage to Nongshim with the way that you're able to play the beginning of the round, able to hold that mid angle.
10-10. Flešel od Minnyho tam slyším. Ach, to je prostě šakus. To je prostě šakus. Actually, kámo, by mě nějaký týpek upnul šakuse do tier 2, protože čím má tu metu. Nebude lepší meta pro šakuse než toto. Shot. Flešísek. Jaký reveal? Flešísek? Hlavně netrou, hlavně netrou! Hlavně netrou, shockdart do ruky, kurva! Co ten shockdart, kámo? Dělám taky, kámo, tohle ty sračky, když mám sovu, no. Minny měl Odin? Už dostal nervy možná. Nejde Odin prostě nasype, no. Gliss.
Can Glyph deliver another massive clutch? He's just going to be disrespecting this fight. Just strafes across it, but Ivy now aware of this. Knows that he's got some damage on him. It can all come down to one.
Ne, ještě mi to spolne crowd, píčo.
Finds the win again. Nongshim.
Kurva, tohle bylo kurva důležitý, strašně. Bylo strašně důležitý kolo. Co dostal Minny? Co dostal, kámo, co dal ten Francis, jako?
Claiming the lead for Gentlemates, and then it's who else? Ivy. In the end, plays this so patient, using his util to buy some time, and now they're just going to rush into B. It looks like
this alt economy though could stir things up. Dimensional drift from Francis leads a charge, and immediately you've got 2 players leaning.
3 ultiny na retake, kámo. 3 insane ultiny na retake.
Into the scout, should have seen Marteen there.
A jedem.
Quick exit. Marteen trying to find a punish, but it's going to be RB covering.
Nejedem nikam, vole.
From the ultimate and Glyph now gone.
Ty pičo.
Molly in hand, the Prowler to check, doesn't get the catch there on the Beepo.
Minny ult, oni jdou all in tuhle kolo. Nice, dobrý trade, podzviněte Minnyho. Ne, ten žáč, kámo. Šakus. To je prostě šakus. To je prostě šakus. Tak to je crazy. Odepsal mi?
it's in tatters. It's gonna be stingers, specters. You've got 1 vandal for Marteen. Love the way Dombi does this. Just keeps taking space, keeps scaling, finds a kill up in heaven, drops back down to get 2 more. And they just make a meal of Gentlemates at the door. And it's slam the door maybe on this match.
He's got a judge, and he still has an overdrive behind this. The drone over the top. Ivy going to be spotted quickly. Has to backpedal, but will get caught. Critical mistake here from Nongshim's Viper. Flood retake is looking very
krásný open.
Do they just fight their way out? No. They will just go
5-4 retake.
Fast lane set up. X-Ross taking that contact.
Astra ultina.
Towards yard. Relay book gets dodged. A curveball in. Dombi blinded up. Francis, however, able to find
Come on.
It just slides right in. Another 3 kills. Cliff will sit him down, but I don't
GG.
think he can make this one happen. He cannot. He is overwhelmed. Dead. 13 to 10 again. Nongshim pull off the 2-0 over mates.
And everybody's been talking about this team. Maybe the best Neon in the world. And he showed you why in those last couple of rounds. He went absolutely crazy with the judge. Finally got it to go. A hell of an effort here by Genomates. Threw some cool stuff at Nongshim on Corrode. Fought tooth and nail across both maps. But this Nongshim team is everything that everyone said they were.
So far, so damn good. A 2-0. The first seed team coming in onto the stage cold.
Damby
They warmed
prostě.
up very, very quickly. What a victory for this squad that is widely comprised of rookies. In their first ever global appearance, they keep themselves well within that upper side of the bracket.
And it's RB's first win at a global event since Champs 2023. How about that?
Crazy.
It has been a long time coming for that guy. And he has been right at home with his noodle bros. Nongshim might just very well be that team to beat here at the event. What an incredible performance.
Come on.
And for Gentlemates still, that drive is there, that hunger is there, you can be damn sure of that. Well, they're not done with them quite just yet, but for now, let's
Můžou nerfnout tu neonku, kámo, oni potřebují nerfnout ten slide, aby vytahovala zbraň mnohem pomalejš.
Y voy a estar aquí hablando con X-Ross porque quiero saber también, es la nueva adición a este roster y quiero saber cómo se está sintiendo en el stage. Hi X-Ross, how are you? I'm here with the chat
Yes, we need
also
some
to
more
help me
vehicles.
out with the translation. And the first question I want to do, you're the newest addition to this roster. How were you feeling on your first time in your international
No
stage
nic,
debut?
jdeme hrát, kamo, nechci to slyšet asi. Nechci to slyšet, chat. Gentlemates padají do loveru proti...
긴장은 되지 않았고 관중분들이 되게
Nevíme.
열정적이셔가지고 재밌게 게임했던 것 같습니다.
Proti All Gamers. Nejlépe proti All Gamers.
Dijo que no estaba para el todo
Zítra začíná se v 6?
Agradece muchísimo a toda la gente
Začíná v
que
6
está apoyando
zítra.
porque fue
A ne v
un
7.
juego simplemente increíble. También
Každopádně
el coach de él estuvo comentando
Energy by byl banger a toto bude sleeper, takže možná jenom první zápas kouknem.
el motivo de eso. So, Silkanon was
Toto koukat
commenting
nechci.
that this meta, actual meta is really good for you guys. You demonstrated that in the stage. You were really good. What do you think is the reason, the main reason why you
No.
guys are so good in this meta?
Why are you so good in this meta? To mě ještě zajímá, kam mám názor.
최고의 메타다라고 얘기를 해주셨거든요. 무대에서도 그런 모습을 보여줬는데 왜 이번 메타가 농심에게 가장 잘 맞는 메타일까요?
혁규 형이 아무래도 세계 최애 네온이지 않을까 싶습니다.
We have Danby, the best neon in the world.
Definitely. Y bueno, comenta que este meta le favorece porque tienen a Danby, que es el mejor neon del mundo. Ahora, como última pregunta, también quiero saber, al lado de RB también, que es un jugador con
No,
mucha
ni-
experiencia, y junto al team, ¿cuál ha sido el mayor aprendizaje que se ha llevado también de estar con este equipo? So now for my last question also, alongside RB, he's a real experienced player. What's the thing that you have learned from this amazing squad you have going on?
그리고 또 경험치가 많은 알비 선수가 이 팀을 잘
Hate the player, hate the game.
농심과 함께
Je tak.
하면서 좀 가장 크게
Damby může být dobrý chlap, ale prostě dělá to, co dělá, no.
약간 어센션 때랑 챌린저스 때 제가 할 때 약간 티키타카 싸움이라고 해야 되나 약간 팀적으로 같이 하는 싸움에 대해서 제가 좀 잘 적응 못했던 것 같은데 그거에 대해서 좀 많이 배운 것 같습니다.
Well, back in Ascension and Challengers, you know, playing as a team and the idea of teamwork was something that I struggled with, but joining Nongshim and thanks to RB, I learned a lot and improved a lot on how to play as a team.
That's really nice to hear. Bueno, comenta que definitivamente con este equipo, antes estando en el Ascension, le dificultaba muchísimo trabajar en equipo y es algo que junto a este team, junto a RB, junto a todos los jugadores, ha podido aprender y que definitivamente
nic.
ha sido increíble. Esto es todo lo que tengo por la entrevista.
Moc nám toho nepověděl.
Y nosotros
Moc nám toho nepověděl, chat, pro dnešek finito.
mañana tenemos más juegos. This is
super zápasy, super zápasík. Konec toho prvního jsme taky viděli. Zítra se vidíme BBL NRG, hopefully, teda v 6. Na to stihnu. A pokud ne, tak se vidíme na zelené samozřejmě. A vidíme se i za 10 minut na zelené nyní, takže tak. Běžte podpořit Minnyho a Marteena na Twitter, nejsou smutní. A ještě nevypadávají gentlemates, don't worry. Ještě jsou v lower bracketu. Budeme je sledovat nadále. Takže tak, díky moc, že jste tady na YouTube. Make sure, že máte odběr, a netočím žádné další streamy a videjka. A já letím na rankedy na zelenou, takže se vidíme když tak tam. Díky moc za koukání, díky moc za fandění. A zatím, papa. Vidíme se za chviličku. Zatím.